What's going on, A-Town? We have a very special announcement going on today. This year's West Valley Fire Department Angel recipient is going to be our homeboy, Ricky Bettis. The event's going to take place September 14th. There's going to be a cornhole tournament. There's going to be volleyball. There's going to be vendors, food trucks, a lot of cool stuff. So please show your love. Come out and support him. He's part of the community. He's one of us. So everybody come out, show some love. All the links to the event are going to be posted on our page as well as down below. And you can also see it at the West Valley Fire Department page.
Damn, we have a badass mic right here. No one's going to use it.
Feel free to use it.
The SM7B.
Yep.
What do you guys have on yours?
Low.
You guys those?
Yeah.
We'll get there. We just upgraded to these recently too.
Yeah. David will carry like a... It's a little bit more suited to hold. Mm-hmm. So he'll have a separate one.
Mm-hmm.
So when, how many do we have? We have 3 of those.
Hell yeah.
So we could have 2 guests.
Nice.
It's asking me for the security number.
What the a security number?
Security into the router.
Dude, I have no idea what the security number is.
It's from the router label.
Oh, shit. I don't know. Fuck it, dude.
We'll just ask Sal.
Yeah.
Sal, just be ready.
All right.
Appreciate it, dog.
Cool. Ready? Let's do this.
Is that your beer?
That's an extra, I think.
I brought an extra one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers or what?
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
I don't know if you guys were planning on that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of A-Town Talk. Today I'm joined again by the Gym Bros and Mr. Sal. And our guest today is one half of the EMMEFF PEARL, Mr. Evan Romo.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, Evan?
What up? I'm chilling, bro. You guys doing good?
Yeah,
Should
man.
be. Shit.
Should be, man. So, Mr. Evan, you are a writer, you are a rapper, you're a podcaster, you're a man with millions of hats, man.
Yeah, man. Creative producer, I guess, if you had to give it one name.
Yeah.
Just like if it needed that one label.
Yeah.
But a lot of it does just stem from music, film, and design. I would say a lot of my work stems around there. But with like all of that does come a lot of writing, captions, songs, descriptions of artists, questions, sponsor packets. Like I write a lot, dude. So that's one of like the biggest skills centered around it. But yeah, man, creative producer. Yeah, centered around musicianship and entrepreneurship, I guess.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you guys.
I've been a fanboy for quite some time now. Whenever I started doing research for
It really is.
I have, man.
Yeah, for real.
No joke. When I started doing research for like local podcasts and I wanted to start doing our own, you were one of the channels that came up, EMMEFF PEARL. Started checking you guys out ever since. And yeah, man, big fan of the work that you guys do with Midnight Sessions, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Of course.
But I wanted to tell the story of how I met you.
Oh, yeah.
How we met you, actually, because to me, it was a very surreal moment. A little bit of the fanboying.
Excited, man.
Yeah,
dude, I was
excited.
so here's the thing, man. Do you believe in destiny or manifesting, any of that stuff?
Manifesting, yes.
Yeah. So check this out.
Which kind of counters destiny in a way, because like destiny was meant to happen, but manifesting means like you made it happen.
True that.
So it's more on the manifesting side.
Okay. Well, I don't know what it was, man. But we were gonna do an episode, the one actually that just came out with the Takeover Show guys. And earlier that day, we have a group chat for the A-Town Talk where we just spitball ideas and just update each other on stuff. And I had sent EMMEFF PEARL to these guys, and I told them like, check out this channel. I would love to like get these guys on one day. So that was
He was more like, yo, check these dudes out. They're badass.
I was fangirling pretty hard, man.
Yeah.
So that was probably like around noon. We went to go shoot the podcast with Takeover guys in the evening, and we finished shooting, and then we're chilling, we're clearing out the studio, and then sure enough, you walk in, and I see you, and it was one of those where like, wait, is that? I'm like, yeah, I think it is. And I told the guys, I'm like, hey, look, it's the guy from the podcast. And I started like freaking out.
You really did, dude. It was funny, man. I was like, look, it's him. It's like,
and then I saw you, man, and you know, they're all like, go talk to him. I'm like, nah, like he's busy, like I'm shy. But eventually, you made your way towards us, and I introduced myself, and you were really welcoming, and you were a cool dude. We exchanged information there, and you know, and the rest is history. And you've been kind enough to join us, so thank you for that, man.
Dude, thank you guys for inviting me, bro. I'm glad that like soon after we had first met, like it's already like going down. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's just a month ago, barely a little.
Yeah, dude, it wasn't that long ago. I was doing a photo gig after you guys had like left the room.
Yeah.
So that's why I was there, and then that's a gig. So I try to remember when it was like a month ago. Yeah, a couple weeks back.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what exactly you were doing there, because
yeah, it was an album cover shoot, but I'll probably just say that because after that, it's probably not really like my business to tell.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, cool. It was for an album cover.
Nice.
Sweet. Yeah. So like we said, you're involved in a lot of projects. Creative producer. Who would you say is your main project? Is it EMMEFF PEARL or is it Midnight Sessions? Or is it just it's a combination of both? Like, is it one thing?
Yeah, EMMEFF PEARLs, think of it as like the umbrella of it all. And then underneath it has programs such as Midnight Sessions and Live at MFHQ.
Okay.
So it has two programs at the moment. And then I guess we kind of consider one program to be just like the sporadic live events that we've hosted thus far. It's like a program in itself, you know? But MF is like a network essentially that we're trying to create, like a channel of a bunch of different shows that you could watch.
Okay.
And it is centered around music. So, I mean, after we have like, because our first three ideas are pretty solid, you know? But after that, it's like how much more music can you really present? So it's going to be a big creative challenge. But essentially, MF has started to also grow in to where our mission is now to connect La Frontera to the world. So it's beyond music now. Like now we're just trying to tell the story of our neighbors, our family, our friends, just people that live around us and like make the city move, you know, whether it be a musician. The mission has grown beyond just music now, because that's what it first started as. Just as the fact that like I wanted to have my own performance, and I didn't really know where to go, and we had already gotten started with photo and film. So we're like, yo, let's just make our own. Like I'll go get a band, and I'll have like a tiny desk concert like style thing. Yeah. That's what we're directly and deliberately inspired by. Like there's no secret. Like
I was gonna say
sessions.
that. Yeah.
But it's different though. Like it's not. You're not copying. It's just an inspiration. Like yeah.
We didn't reinvent the wheel either though. So like, it's just like El Paso's take, or now like La Frontera's take on a live session platform. And especially in the sense of like no audience, it's intimate, and it's strictly to get the best sound while remaining natural. Yeah. Like we're not trying to overproduce the thing either at the same time. We do have like professional recording and filming, and then it gets professionally mixed, but we keep it normal. When you're watching these people perform in a room all together and it all sounds like super overproduced, it doesn't feel real, you know? Yeah,
it's very raw in that sense.
It almost looks like you're lip syncing because of how big the vocals sound compared to how normal you're looking. You know, so we really wanted to look normal and natural, and so yeah, I wanted that, and then it just immediately turned into like, yo, let's invite other musicians that we're fans of. And so like, you know, music is the starting point of it all, but now we want to go and tell the story of everyone around and just connect people. And it might be through music, but it might be a painter. It might be somebody who, you know, Kristen Apodaca, she went ahead and has painted so many murals around the city. Yeah. Like that is somebody who represents the Frontera like crazy. So she's like a good example of another artist that isn't a musician that we want to feature. But at the same time, there's entrepreneurs that are doing big things too that we want to tell their story. Nice. And then there's just legends, like the whole thing that we say is legends only in the building. Yeah. So it's just our way of like honoring people that have done valuable things for the community, not just El Paso, but like we'll tap into Cruces, we'll tap into Juarez, and we're trying to get there. But there's so many stories to tell.
There is, man. And even, I mean, that's what we're trying to do on a local level with Anthony. You know, we named it A-Town Talk. We're trying to put Anthony on the spot because most of the time people associate us with just Wet and Wild. That's their initial reaction. But in just getting to know people and networking and stuff like that, I've come to realize how much talent there is in this area. It's insane. And that's pretty awesome. Yeah. So how long have you been doing this for? About 5 years now, more or less?
Yeah, like right when I graduated from UTEP, I started it. I didn't really know what it was going to be, marketing degree. And the first thing I felt like I needed to do was start a social media marketing agency. So that's what it was at first. And then we started the midnight session in... So this is like May, you know, I graduate in the regular spring semester. It's around May time I started. And then we fast forward to December, we do the first midnight. And then we release it in 2019, January 18th, 2019.
Badass.
So if we go off of the midnight schedule, 5 years.
Okay.
We're on the way to 6 right now. We're in the middle of 6.
Nice.
But if we go based on like when I filed it at the court, 2018.
Okay.
Damn, that's so crazy that 2018 was fucking 6 years ago. That's crazy. It feels like 3,
it flies
dog.
by fast. Yeah. It doesn't feel like I graduated from UTEP like 6 years ago. It's crazy.
Insane, dog.
You know?
Wow.
But time does fly. And honestly, time flies when like you have direction. It's crazy, huh?
It is. Yeah.
But I feel that way a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we're going on 8 months already. We're going to hit our year mark soon. So it's flies by.
What was your guys' goal at the beginning of the year in terms of numbers of episodes? Did you set a target?
I didn't set a target. Well, my target was just to do an episode every week for a full year, and we've done that. There's been 2 weeks where we've had to postpone, but it's been like family emergencies.
Yeah,
or something.
for sure.
I haven't done the math of how many it'll be by the end of the year. Where this will be like episode 30, I think, or 31.
You guys will probably knock out 50, I think.
So probably, yeah.
So long as you don't take any more breaks.
Yeah.
Like 48.
And at this point, I think we're, like I was telling you earlier before, you know, we're shooting 2 a week. Just try to schedule them. Now we have an actual schedule where we have like, all right, this is a month. Like month of August, we're already done. Now we're looking into September and stuff like that. So it's little by little just giving it more production and more actual direction.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I told you, none of us knew anything about this. This is all new to us, but we're learning as we go, and it's fun, man. I love doing this shit, and I want to keep doing it. I want to grow this channel, the platform, and yeah, we'll see where it goes one day.
Dude, I wish you guys the best for sure, man. As long as you guys stay consistent, dude. Not to get started on some like crazy shit already, but like I just feel like that's the one thing that you really got to do first. When it comes to starting a creative project in this area is just consistency, because chances are, if so long as you're consistent, and I don't mean to say this in like a competitive way, like just full blown competitiveness, but just like logically speaking, like realistically speaking, by simply having consistency, you're gonna outlast a lot of other projects. And like that's when like the benefits start to come in. That's when the audience starts to grow, because like you're starting to gain the trust of everyone around, like hey, they're gonna stick around, you know. So literally consistency is like the main priority, which means like, okay, if consistency is the priority, if we ever need to scale down, like just scale down or up or whatever it's going to take to be sustainable. Because I think sometimes people, like, I've been around like for like 6 years now in the creative community, and I just feel like one of the biggest like faults that people do is just bite off more than they can chew at first. They come out with a big bang that they can't follow up on a regular basis, and it's like they fizzle out because of the pressure, you know. And there's some really good stuff that could have like done some crazy things if they just stuck around longer. But
no, definitely. And I've felt the burnout when I try to do more. So that's why I think right now we have it to where an episode a week is good. And when I was telling the guys is, if we want to you know, make this high production value, if we ever want to do that, we're to the point where it is going to take more of our time for editing or for shooting or whatever it is, then we scale it back to maybe like 1 every 2 weeks, just so we can give it that attention. But for now, the formula is working. I think we'll keep it like that, and we'll try to hit that benchmark. So midnight sessions, man, let's dive into that, because it's such a cool project. We talked a little bit about it. how you get like, do you just try to focus on local musicians, or you're doing any type of musician, like, or what's the goal there with as far as artists that come on?
Yeah, local or non-local, it don't matter where you're from, but because so long as we're recording here, we still feel like we're accomplishing connecting you to the world, because we're connecting us to the world now, because now someone who's not from here is performing on our stage. But we do have like a pool of genres that we work within.
Okay.
Neo soul, some jazz, hip hop, Latin indie, Latin R&B, Latin jazz, just stuff in those spaces. I'm trying to think of maybe some other genres, but like you won't really see a metal band on Midnight Sessions, unfortunately. You won't see a DJ on Midnight Sessions.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably moving like away from like the genres as well. I think we've had a couple that borderline it a little bit, that get a little close to like the punk, just like straight indie sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
what's the reasoning behind that? Like, it's just
moving away from those genres.
Yeah.
Just in a sense of like, after a while, I started to think the platform will really thrive so long as we're just true to ourselves.
Okay.
And so if we're really showcasing the genres that we listen to on our own time, I think it'll show in the quality. And that's not to say we feature a country artist and then we just like don't care about the outcome of the episode. If it sounds like trash, or like, we'll still do our due diligence. But MF Pearl started because of our love for music, and I just feel like forcing it by trying to feature every genre would kind of go against why we started it. You know, like we enjoy what we do, and it's because we love what's getting played to us.
Yeah.
And that's not to say like metal music isn't good. Or like country music or anything, the genres that we don't cover. It's not to say that. It's just to say it's not what I go listen to on my own time.
Yeah.
It's the shit, dog. It's the shit.
And so like, if anyone wants to have a country Midnight Sessions, I encourage you to help the city grow the community and start a country MF Pearl.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like there's room for other genres to thrive so long as there's somebody who's dedicated to it.
That's a tough decision to make too, huh? Because like, it's tough because you want to play to people, right?
For sure.
You want to get an audience, but at the same time, you got to stay true to yourself. Right?
Yeah, but like staying true to ourselves, I think, is the best way to gain the trust of the audience. Like, everybody trusts our work. Everybody knows that what we're doing is good and for the right intention, because like we're fans of it ourselves. You know, so I just think being true to yourself like has all the most benefits you can.
Yeah,
and like I just wouldn't know, man. Like, I don't even know where to begin looking for country music. Like, it's not that I don't want to put in the work, but it's like,
yeah, it's not
that's not my specialty. You know,
I feel like towards El Paso, it's not that common. But if you like flow more towards Cruces, like that's more country, if anything.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a little bit more folky, I would say. Like, there's a lot more like individual people with a guitar and shit.
And there's
barefoot.
like 2-3 like professional, well-known country music artists coming out of Las Cruces.
Yeah. But see, like I don't even know that stuff, so I don't want to force it.
Yeah.
And that's why we stick within what I still think is a really diverse pool of genres. Like, the sound that we have are.
What about right now with like all the Mexican music, like what's the
narco corrido type?
Yeah, corridos.
Shit.
I mean, if they're cool, man, I love narco music, especially when I can see the lyrics on the screen, because the storytelling that they do is so like scary. It's like eerie, man. Like the lyrics. So I wouldn't deny it, man. I have a really newfound enjoyment of Latin music as a whole. And we've already featured quite a few Spanish artists, and part of me feels like I want us to actually like tap in more to the Latin community. I feel like if we embrace our neighbors in Mexico, we probably would get a lot of audience from Mexico City and cities like that if we just start featuring more Mexican artists. More, not to say that we haven't. Like, I want more.
Yeah.
I want us to be a bilingual platform for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's our specialty. Like, NPR can't match as much Latin music as we can show. You know what I mean? So like that's where we can separate ourselves from a Tiny Desk or any other platform that's like in more north regions.
Yeah. Especially us being, border town. I mean, it's where we're
dude.
kind of at the center of it all here. What was the name of that band you sent us the other day?
The Roulettes?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, the Mexican.
Radio Malia.
Radio Malia. Have you heard of them? No.
Oh, they're sick.
This guy sent us to the other day. I'm like, they're pretty dope.
From the area or?
Yeah. From here.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, they're sick. They play like cumbia, like modern cumbia. It's so good, man. I'll send you a link afterwards.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, they're so
pretty
good.
dope.
Since you also sing, do you consider yourself like a rapper, or how would you go about describing yourself?
Songwriter and rapper. Songwriter, poet, and rapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive into Groovy Shmokes. Is your alter ego, man?
Yeah.
So how did that whole come about? Have you always just been into rap and writing?
Yeah, dude. I mean, even when I was like young, I would go ahead and I'll just be riding my bike around the neighborhood, just making up fake track lists. Mm-hmm. The songs had like fake run times. But then, I mean, going to high school and stuff, just hotboxing with the boys and shit. Like we would put on like 2 instrumentals. Yeah. We'd have to write some shit to it, and then by like the third one, we would like have to like spit what we wrote. So I was never really off the top freestyling or anything. I was always a writer, like with just the people I was around, and then that's just what I prefer. But then after a while, I just kind of kept up with it. Even when I stopped talking to the friends that got me into it, I just still kept up with writing. And then, yeah, I mean, I graduated from UTEP, and along with starting MF, the first thing I did was go record an album called Glide. And that's how I met our first audio engineer for Midnight Sessions. That's how I met him, because he did the album. So, yeah, I mean, at that point, I was like just committed to it. And I put that album out as my name, Evan Romo, at first. So I was just cruising with one of my boys. We were going to UTEP. And he's like, you should just go by Groovy Shmokes. Like, it was just funny, and I just liked it. And it sounded so clean, and it just stuck. Like, there's no special meaning behind Groovy Shmokes, per se. But the way I approach my music is when I'm writing my albums, like, we're going to hear 2 more albums before you even, like, see the Groovy Shmokes character. Like, there's, like, epilogues and shit, like, before. Or prologues, I should say. So I usually create a whole new character almost for every album.
Okay.
And, my albums are pretty detailed, but only in the sense of like I'm not like a gifted songwriter. It's just that I wrote them out as like movies first, and now I'm turning them into music. It's easier to tell a story when you're not trying to rhyme every line. Yeah. You know, so like I told the stories first of how this is gonna like go, and then now it's turning into music. I just try to pull like the themes, like what's going on in this thing, like on a bigger scale, and then I try to like songwrite it like that. Okay. Because if I'm just writing about like a really linear story, it's gonna kind of sound like a little too cringy. A little too much like a concept album.
Like this happened and then this happened.
And there's really good ways to do that, and then there's also corny ways to do that. Yeah. And I just try to like stay balanced. Not because I'm trying to stay away from being corny with like what people think of me, but at the end of the day, I want to like enjoy what I listen to. Like I interviewed Vanessa Zamora, and she said she's her biggest fan. If she don't fuck with her own music, the audience don't get to hear it. Like she's her first filter. And I liked that because I feel like people are a little ashamed to enjoy their own work sometimes. Yeah.
Right. And you have to.
Yeah,
dude. I listen to our pod all the time.
Dude, yeah, man. We go back. Yes, dude.
You're so funny.
For real. Hell yeah, bro. And I'll listen to my music all the time, bro. Sober. I'll play that shit when I'm like buzzing hard, or like when I'm like just finished smoking or some shit. Like I'll make sure I like know it in all contexts, you know, like I really enjoy it. Right. And that way also do so that when I perform it live, like I know what I want to change for the live perform. Like you got to really embrace your own work. So yeah, I mean that's like why I try to avoid the corniness, because like I'm just, you know, does this pass me? Like I wouldn't listen to this shit. Right. So as long as I can play my own shit on repeat, that's all I really care about, because like I take pride in it. I think I have good taste, so I think I make good judgment on my art.
So let me ask you real quick, dog. How do you like? Because I work, we all work, and then we still have to do this. I'm a dad. I'm like, dude, I don't have fucking time for anything, dog. Like, and then we were talking about playing video games. Like, what does a day look like for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you schedule this?
Yeah, I just feel like you gotta start your day. You start your day early, bro. Because I work out. I wake up and work out at like. Well, the gym opens at 5, but we're on the way before 5, obviously. So, like, we get there at 5. I'm out of there by, like, 6:20, 6:30. Maybe even earlier. Because, honestly, like, we're not there lingering around at the gym. We get shit done real quick.
That's what's up.
And it's functional. Like I was telling you earlier, it's functional. So, like, you can get straight into your sets. When you're over here maxing everything, yeah, obviously you're fucking taking your breaks and shit. But we get full sets in, and we get the pump in, and then we dip. And then... yeah, I mean, I use the morning as much as I can to get as much of like my client work done, like my gigs, like my daytime stuff, the stuff that I get paid to do. and I just try to do that as much as I can because I do have a job with 1010. It's a dispensary in the Sunland area, and so like I have really no control of when I'm like working. So when I'm working, I'm working, you know. But yeah, I mean, I just try to be on top of stuff as ahead as I can, to take away as many steps when things need to be done, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really big on trying to find processes for things, and I'm really big on trying to do things the same way each and every time. And once you learn that, you save time.
Yep.
And if you just save like 2 minutes on one thing, that might seem like 2 minutes, but if you do it like 30 times throughout a day, bro, how much time does that save you over time? You know what I mean? And then if you do that every day, Monday through Friday, how much time does that save you throughout a week? So just try to find like every little thing that I can do to like shave off a little bit of time. But also, this is one of those things where it sounds like just a cop-out excuse. Bro, I'm not like now, I'm not going to Tin Man and just wasting time drinking, or I'm not I'm not I want to be more integrated with the community right now, but there's work to be done for the community. And so I'm not over here like going to every event that's happening and everything like that at the same time. Like, I'm battling the FOMO as well. And that's what allows me to just fully dive in and do all these creative things. And that's like the rock and the hard place of a creative.
Right.
You want to be so busy with your work, but you also want to be so integrated in your community, because it's like, if you're not integrated, they're not going to see your work. But if you're not doing work, there's nothing to see and there's nothing to talk about when you're integrated. So it's like, where do I go?
Damn. Right.
But dude, if you just trust in your work and you're communicating with people online, maybe you're showing some love, liking some stuff, messaging them. I do a lot of stuff. Like, you won't really see me like commenting a lot of things, but I'll send like messages. I'll like shout people out in private sometimes. And
that's cool.
There's no reason behind that. It's just like, I don't know, my thumb gravitates towards the button to send a message instead of like or comment.
That's almost even better, because when you do a like or you leave a comment, it's almost like, oh, look, I left a comment.
Right.
But when you send a message in the DM and it's
more genuine.
It's genuine, it's personal, and I think that makes more of a connection.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Maybe it's just me trying to catch up and like compensate. But I mean, hey, dude, you got to do what you got to do to be integrated, you know?
Yeah.
And I just feel like if you want to be passive and you want to do this shit casually, you know, it's easier to balance. But if you're trying to do this shit to like make a statement and like pave a way for the community, you're going to have to like sacrifice some time of being out. And it doesn't mean like fucking lock yourself up in a hole or anything. It just means like, yo, dude, sometimes work's got to get done, man. Sorry if this weekend wasn't the funnest for you, but like, for me, on Monday, if I had a great weekend, like productive wise, I'm not feeling bad about it at all, bro.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing as a workout. Like, you might dread it going in, but have you ever regretted a workout?
No.
Afterwards?
You always leave feeling
No,
better.
dude, yes,
Nope.
exactly.
Nope.
It's the same thing as like, you never regret making the right decision.
Yeah.
I've been trying to build up my credit, and I never regret just dishing out my paycheck straight to like credit card payments, just to like eat away at it. I could do the minimum, but I'm trying to catch up, dog.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, I never regretted like, oh, I gotta make this last for these 2 weeks. I've never regretted that. I have regretted going to Tin Man and fucking dropping like $50 by accident though.
Yep.
Yeah.
IPA Monday, $3. Next thing you know, you bought 10 of them.
I hate that shit.
Next thing you know, you bought 10 of them, so it's $30 still.
That's
You
me
wake
going
up
to
with-
Union, dude.
Yeah, so
Wake
like,
up with a hangover and you're like,
yeah, that took work though, man. It took work because before that, like, dude, like I told you earlier about having a sponsorship. It doesn't have to take 5 years. Part of me is like, I feel like I take a lot of the accountability for that, because while David's over here all sturdy, I'm over here being dumb, you know, just making dumb choices with my money, making dumb choices and getting in trouble and having to like just cost me time, dude.
yeah.
So
Shout out David, dude, and welcome to speak on more on his behalf too. Give us
oh
more
yeah,
information
man.
on him.
Hell yeah, bro. David is of course my co-founder, or the co-owner with EMMEFF PEARL, the other half of MF, making sure that we rolling. You know what I mean? So he's the homie, bro. He's one of my best friends. Met him in middle school through video games online, but I saw him in person when I caught up to him in high school, because he's like 2 grades above me.
Okay.
So I didn't see him in person just yet. But yeah, dude, he's the homie. We're in a group of friends, and I think just between the two of us, I mean, we were really the only ones that kind of stuck with like wanting to have a camera and like do work with it. So like MF just kind of naturally was a 2-man team. We've gotten help from a couple of the other homies throughout like sporadic episodes. But then by episode 2, like Eric came in, and he's been on the team since episode 2. And then Sean came in season 4 of Midnight Sessions. So like at the moment, I would say that's the core 4 team of MF Pro.
Okay.
I wouldn't even just call it the core 4 team of Midnight. It's like the MF team.
Pro. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
As far as ownership at the moment, it's me and David.
How important is it to have a team?
Dude, so important, bro. There's things that I wish that my team did a little bit better for me. And it's not in the same. No, like what I'm about to say.
Same.
No, what I'm about to say though is gonna be. It's just gonna be more honest. Because when it comes to the work, dude, they're so badass. I just wish that maybe there's a little bit more pushback. I think there's a lot of freedom for me to just kind of drive the way, and maybe I should be more appreciative of like that creative freedom. Like my team just trusts me to make the right choice for us, and we just go execute it. But at the same time, I do wish that sometimes they said no, that might not be the best idea. Because I feel like sometimes I hear yes too much, and I get into my own head sometimes too. I feel like sometimes my ego gets a little bit too big, and I sometimes I forget that I can have a bad idea, or I can execute something poorly, you know. Because like my team happens to be a little too supportive sometimes towards my shit.
Mine isn't.
No,
no. They're assholes.
We call them out,
and they're not gassing me up. Not to say that they're gassing me up, blowing my head up or anything. It's just that they're not really saying no. And I do wish that there's a little bit more of like a brainstorming sessions. But as far as the team goes, bro, dude, MF wouldn't be here without the team. Like the pipeline that we have in terms of like filming or like booking to filming to editing, the audio is getting done and like Sean's side, everything's happening in a way where like that's another thing too. Like I'm not doing everything by myself. I have my team. So like I'm over here like not only do I have time to do all this, but I also have time to like work on myself as well. Like I have time to like reflect in the mirror and look at my problem because of the fact that I have a team. Like that buys you a lot of time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the team, man.
Yeah, dude. MF Pearl, bro. MF Familia.
Yeah.
Straight up.
No, shout out to these guys too. I mean, we're like I said, we're new.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, bro. When we were new too, man, we were trying to figure shit out. But I just love that David and I at one point did butt heads when like money was getting real tight. I was just getting real stressed, dude, and I didn't handle that. I think I could have handled that better as a leader. But aside from that, bro, the team's just straight chemistry, dude. It's like a bunch of people that just grew up together.
Yeah.
Sean kind of came in as we're all adults. We met him as an adult and everything, but he might as well have been one of our homies since middle school, bro.
That's
like Sean might as well just grew up in the valley with us. He's a Northeast boy though.
Nice.
He shouldn't enough.
How often do you guys have like brainstorming sessions, or is it through like for us a lot of it is just text chain, or when we go to the gym because we talk there?
Oh man, I would love to see the kind of communication I would have with one of the MF teams at the gym. I go to the gym with my boy Stevan, and I rant to him about MF all the time, dude. So I can only imagine like if he was involved, what his like pushback would say, or if David or Sean or Eric were with us while we were all talking about that. I'm sorry, what was the question? Oh, how does our brainstorming go?
Yeah. How do you guys communicate and stuff?
We're all pretty busy, man, so we do kind of have to rely on the group chats a lot, and it'll be like mainly through there where I'll just kind of. A lot of it's sustainable right now, though. I wouldn't say our brainstorming sessions are more so on like idea generation, but a lot of it's like how do we refine what we're doing, and like how do we like the episode, or what takes do we want to take? Because with the midnight session, the artist goes ahead and performs the session twice, and then we just pick the best takes of the songs. We don't cut the song itself up, but if you liked your first take of the first song, but you like the second take of the third song better, like we'll cut those songs out.
Okay.
That's so sick, dude. So how often, on average, how long do these sessions, like when you're filming, right? Like the whole thing, how long does it take, more or less?
We booked the studio for about 3 hours.
Okay.
Nice.
Is that enough time? Because I know like once you're like done and get the video out on YouTube and stuff, they like varies out from like 15 to like 45 minutes an hour sometimes.
Yeah, most of the afterwards, you're saying, like the editing process. The editing process is usually the same in terms of once we get started to once we finish, but sometimes we're gonna hold off on an episode, so we won't necessarily start it just yet. Okay. But the editing process is usually about 2 weeks. So for about 2 weeks, we're just like on and off, mostly on, like communicating with each other about the mix, about the footage. I'll be talking to David about like song credits. I'll be talking to the musicians, getting like full names.
Are they involved at this point, or are they just like
the artists?
Yeah.
No, they've never been involved. It's always been like, hey, we're gonna produce this. We're gonna invite you to be a guest on the platform, and I mean, if they have revisions like within reason, they're more than welcome to send in revisions. We try to send them the session a little early, like a couple days early, just to be able to get an early look before everyone. But I mean, obviously, we would send it earlier if we really wanted a lot of feedback. The problem is, like with anything, if you give the client or the guest or the person just too much options, like they're gonna nitpick at things. Like,
yeah.
If you give somebody who wants a logo 10 options, they're gonna be like, "Can I have 10 more? Can I see 10 more?" Like, no, dude. Like when you're designing a logo, if you want a sustainable business, you give the client 2 options, this or this, and then if they want this but they want some revisions, at least you have a direction. So when you give an artist 2 weeks to just nitpick their own voice and nitpick all the sounds going on in it, like they're gonna take every option. So we're not gonna give an artist too much time, but we do give them some time to listen to it. Hey, do you guys think it could have some more reverb or something like that? Yeah, you know, we'll adjust it and we'll switch it out before we finalize it. But as far as like the sound, we're in full control of that. And as far as, for the most part, the artist goes ahead and trusts us on that.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Location, where's the studio located? Where do you guys shoot? Is that like top secret?
Nah, we record at Star City Recording Studio. 120 West Castellano Drive.
Nice.
It's in the Montecillo area where Tin Man's at. It's right behind Tin Man and all that stuff.
Oh, that's why that makes sense.
Why you
Yeah.
Super
No,
convenient.
I just love Tin Man, man.
It is good. It is good. Yeah.
I love brands that, I don't know, they have a really good sense of building community, and with the glasses and the growlers and stuff, that's you got me sold, bro.
Yeah.
They're always giving away free glasses.
You got
and
something for
stuff.
me to collect?
Yeah.
I'm a fan, dude.
I
I love that, dude. Like, that just shows the way that you're trying to like build a bond with your clientele. You know, something for them to take home and remember you with.
Yo, we got any glasses for him? Any shot glasses
Yeah,
or something?
we'll get with some merch, man.
Alright,
for
cool,
this.
cool,
We
cool.
got some stuff.
Hell yeah, dog.
We got I have a Tin Man, the growler with Baby Yoda. I think it was like a Christmas one. I remember it was a Christmas, but it's got little Baby Yoda on it. It's pretty cool. I have it stashed there. That's dope.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Grogu, right? That's his name?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know he had an actual name. I'm not a big Star Wars guy.
No.
Nah, I can't say I am.
I'm like
Nerd.
I'm a nerd at heart, so like I gravitate to a
Yeah.
lot of that stuff, but I think I'm more of like a Marvel, DC superhero nerd.
I'm not the biggest DC guy.
No.
I get down with Marvel, but a lot of it's MCU based.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is Spider-Man. Like pre-MCU also.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man 2 is like probably in my top 5 movies.
It's one of like the
Spider-Man
best
2 is
comic
the
book movies
shit,
ever,
dude.
dude. Yeah.
Fuck
Hell
yeah.
Hold on. I might not put it in my top 5 all time. Top 5 comic book movies. Yeah, comic book movies. But I was about to put that top 5 all movies.
No, that's what was okay. So top 5 all movies.
Interstellar,
Okay, that's a good one.
Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
I don't know where in 3 through 5, but I'll probably put No Country for Old Men in there.
Oh, that's a good
good
one.
one.
That's a good one. The air compressor scene.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh.
Dune 2. I'd throw Dune 2 in there immediately,
I haven't seen
bro.
it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, man. And then I might have to table that 5th one. I can never think of the 5th one, man.
Fifth one's an issue, dude.
I'll have to check my letterbox, dude, just to see what my rankings are. Just to go through my 5s. Do you guys have letterbox?
No.
Nah, you know what it is?
No,
It's
no,
like
no.
a social media app, but like for movie people.
Really?
Yeah, you just review movies and shit.
Oh shit.
It has
Cool.
like a little cool catalog, so you can keep track of all the movies you've seen.
Yeah,
Oh,
you need
That's
that.
dope, dude.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
need that
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, man. Letterboxed.
Letterboxed.
Yeah, BOXD.
Okay.
Everything else is like letter LETTER.
Cool.
Dope,
It's like
dude.
3 circles, the logo. It's an app.
Did you watch the new Deadpool Wolverine movie?
Nah.
No?
I didn't necessarily have any motivation to.
Mm-hmm.
Have
you
you?
said nah,
Yeah.
like you're not interested at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, well, I don't have any
like
motivation.
Because
You
the
like it?
MCU has been going.
Yeah, man. What'd you
You
guys
know?
think about the
This-
announcement of RDJ?
As Doctor Doom?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna
You're gonna let it
I'm
play
gonna
out?
reserve all my thoughts on it.
It deserves some.
If somebody can
some
do
time
it.
to
It's
breathe.
RDJ. Like the
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, and they have a clear angle at it too. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like it's like, oh, he's gonna be Doctor Doom. Like clearly, he's gonna be a Stark variant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And plus, it's the Russo brothers are coming back.
Yeah.
So
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
I'm down for that, man.
Yeah.
I loved Infinity War.
Fuck
I liked
yeah.
it better than Endgame,
Mhm.
but like that is probably top 5 also.
Mm.
Like comic book movies.
So good, dude.
Infinity War, Spider-Man 2, Logan.
Logan.
Logan. I just saw it
Uh,
recently. Again.
Dude, I don't know my other 2. I'd have to think about those.
For
two.
me, Winter Soldier.
Winter
Winter
Soldier's
Soldier's
good.
up there.
Yeah.
Like I love that one. The first Avengers, I Dude, I still get chills every time they do that 360 spin scene. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, like Dark Knight.
Oh, there you go. That's
Yeah.
top 5 for sure,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a banger.
That's
Oh,
a
and
good
maybe I couldn't think of the other one. I almost said Batman. Maybe that one's a good ass movie, man.
The new one.
That's a good ass movie. The
that's a good
Batman.
one. Oh yeah.
Maybe. I have to think about that 5th one again. But Dark Knight is in there for sure. Dark Knight's for sure in there.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I liked Joker at first. Joker's one of those rare movies that like I liked least. I like less now.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't think it needed a second one. I didn't. It didn't need a second one. We'll see.
We'll
see how it plays out.
I liked it. I love the cinematography on it. It looks beautiful. I think just I
Dude,
like it.
I like
Honestly,
it.
when we were doing the top 5 comic book movie, we've done this ranking before. David hit me with a banger that I couldn't even realize. In his top 5, he included The Incredibles, and I was like, "Oh yeah!" Dude. I was like, "Holy shit, dude. Damn!" That's
true.
That's
The
That's true.
Incredibles, huh?
yeah, it's arguable, bro.
Yeah, for
The
real.
Incredibles 2 The Incredibles is one of Pixar's best. Dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I think my favorite though from Pixar is Monsters Inc. But yeah, man, I'm more MCU when it comes to superhero stuff. And then when it comes to like science fiction, yeah, I couldn't really get into Star Wars too much, but I did go through Harry Potter.
Okay.
One of the only fantasy ones that I could go through because I can't really do too much fantasy. Like Lord of the Rings, I've never seen them.
No.
Nah,
They're
and I know
good.
people will like tell me some shit.
Yeah, they're good movies. Like
Yeah.
they're made fucking
Yeah.
incredibly
Yeah,
well.
like those are fucking blockbusters.
Yeah, hell yeah,
I get
hell
what you're
yeah.
saying.
But
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
You know what? I never really got into Harry Potter. I think I've seen maybe the first one and like snips and pieces of the other ones, but I've never.
I stood in line 3 hours for the last one. I was just so committed at that point.
Have you read the books?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Oh no, you just like the movies?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well,
No,
I
that's
speed
what's up.
watched them all leading up to the last one, so that's kind of how I got them.
Yeah.
But like Hogwarts is an RPG now. You heard of Hogwarts?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I want that game so bad,
It's
dude.
rare. It's really good.
Those are the types of games that I like to play now. It's
Hell
just
yeah.
like RPGs.
Cool.
I love that storytelling shit.
Oh yeah.
What about favorite game of all time? Do you have one?
Shit, man. Honestly, like in the sense of like playing it against people and just getting really competitive, Rocket League might be up there with just how much fun I've had playing multiplayer. But as far as like full blown games, Fallout 3 was a really good game for me. I really like completed the crap out of that one. But honestly, dude, Gears of War 2 might
Gears
be
2
one of
was-
the best games I've ever played.
It was pinnacle Gears 2. Yeah.
Multiplayer, man. I
Yeah.
got sweaty. But honestly, the game I got the sweatiest at ever was Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
It is
Modern
no
Warfare
question.
2.
I got 10th prestige.
Shit.
Dude, I almost lost friends. Man, dude, like people
Don't
did
watch my
not.
screen, bitch.
Nah, man, people did not like me during Modern Warfare 2, man.
Nah, that was intense, huh?
Yeah, dude.
I was never big on Call of Duty. We used to play zombies a lot. That was our shit. We would go hard. on
Zombies
Oh,
was
yeah.
dummy, bro.
But for me, Halo, man, I was Halo
Halo.
hard.
Any one of them in particular that you like really sink your teeth into?
Halo
3?
Halo 2
Oh,
was
wow.
probably the one that I played the most. 3 is probably like up there also. But
Yeah.
Halo 2, I was like,
I couldn't get into it until Reach.
yeah, Reach was good too.
Everything I got into at that point had already been out for so long, so everyone was just smoking me.
Mm.
Like I wasn't having fun, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, why is it taking so long to kill this guy? You know, with an assault rifle. And so by the time Reach came out, everything had changed, like the gameplay, and I was able to
Yeah.
like start with everyone else.
They try to go more into the Call of Duty with like.
I mean, they
other
brought the
abilities.
pistol back. I know that the pistol was trash
Yeah.
in 3, right?
Yeah,
Like, they brought it back. I loved ODST, dude.
ODC was really.
And
good.
not a lot of people liked it because it took out a lot of the multiplayer. But that
The
darkness
story
sick,
was
dude.
good. That was it.
You played ODST?
Mm.
Nah? You're a
Was it-
gamer or nah?
No, not at all. dude.
Nah?
The most I play is like Madden.
Ah, true. The
Raleigh,
sports games.
Raleigh would play with like sticks
Damn.
and rocks outside.
You played real games. I mean, growing up, dude, I played a lot of basketball, but and I like ran track in high school and stuff. But
What'd you
or
run? What were your events?
Cross countries,
Oh,
cross
shit.
country shit. So like I did cross country in middle school. My bad, not high school. Because by the time you get to high school, basketball is year round.
Oh,
So I didn't need any other sport to like stay in shape.
I guess that's what's odd about like going to bigger school. You know, you guys,
We
Oh,
don't
you guys didn't
understand
have that?
No.
Well,
Fuck.
no,
like,
yeah.
being at Anthony's, like, dude, like we jumped from like football to basketball, from basketball to fucking baseball and track, and then that was just like.
No, I
oh,
mean you
yeah.
could play different sports. Don't get me wrong, but it's just that like if you didn't want to, you had off-season workouts immediately once the season was done. Yeah.
Heroes like you have to, dog.
I just wanted to ball up.
Every sport was our off season for another sport.
I try not to live with too many regrets, but one of the things I would go back if like somebody forced me to go back, I wouldn't. But like if somebody forced me to, and it just happened to be in the high school era, I'd try football. Like there was no reason why I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. I just basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah.
What position did you play?
I wasn't like the tallest or anything, but I also wasn't the fastest or like quickest with the ball. So I'd always be like a small forward sort of position, like a 3.
I did basketball in middle school. I was far left bench.
Yeah.
The whole season.
Kept it nice and warm. Man.
Yeah, dude, that bench.
It's a good position.
Yeah. I wrote my name on it and everything.
Paid the shit out of that bench.
Dude, it's the only sport I played, man. I better not have been no bench warmer. Imagine.
Yeah, dude. I didn't play sports in high school.
Yeah, you did. You played soccer, fool.
Well, I played soccer, but that
doesn't
was like,
count, though.
That was like
It
city
doesn't
leagues.
count.
Yeah.
Why?
We didn't have a soccer team in high
Oh
school.
shit, that sucks. Like intramurals?
Well, that
Like
one time they
intramurals or
did.
what?
It didn't even last.
We got
the
one
entire
my
season.
senior year. My senior year, we got a soccer team,
Yeah.
but at that point, nobody wanted to play because it was during like the other seasons. So there was only like 3 seniors playing, and then most of the team was all freshmen and sophomores. So they were all tiny, and we never won a game. It was bad.
Who'd you play? Like other schools or
yeah.
like, really?
Yeah.
What?
They played the Canotillo Little League.
We played Canotillo B team and still lost.
You guys only have one high school here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely.
On the-
Even fucking that. We
On the
barely have high
Texas
school.
side, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the Texas side?
Yeah. You get Gadsden if you go
It's on the
across the
New
tracks.
What side are we on?
We're in Texas,
Texas.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like barely, do like
Yeah.
a street backwards and you're in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Don't go.
Yeah,
back
don't go
there.
that way, dog.
Don't even look that way, dude.
Hey man.
Hey.
man.
There's a dispensary like right there, but let's just fucking come right back.
There's like 3 right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's a shit ton of dispensaries now.
Which
There's
ones
like
which ones
7
in this area?
here in Anthony,
Which ones are
but-
in this area? You got top of the 8th, right?
Yeah.
It's down the street. Yeah.
That used to be like the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
So
now
when
they're-
Ultra was so busy, you'd have to drive a little bit out here to like fucking do top of the 8th.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's like Everest.
Yeah,
or
now they're
something,
everywhere,
another
bro.
one.
Oh, I've heard of
Yeah,
that
but
one.
Now there's 7 or 8 here in Anthony now, dude.
That's
Is there
crazy,
really?
bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
And there's like 2 smoke shops.
Yeah.
There's the Hippie Days down the street this way,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then there's the other one. I don't know what it's called.
The New Mexico takeover, brother.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Came quick.
It
So-
did.
Oh yeah, you're so close to Texas, bro. You gotta take advantage of that.
Yeah.
All the people that drive through here just to like pick up because it's so close.
Well, there's
Yeah.
one like right off the highway, like not this exit 0, but the one exit 162.
Yeah.
There's one like there's 1 or 2 right off
Dude,
the highway.
yeah, they don't
dude,
waste
you
no
know?
time, man.
So it's like quick.
If they could build it right on the state line, they would, bro.
For
They
real.
do.
Honestly,
They do.
dude.
They do have the Western Playland, bro. State line's right there.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah, man.
So you said
Dang.
you work at a dispensary also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work with 1010.
What do you do there, man?
I'm in the manufacturing.
Okay.
So like pack pre-rolls, fill up carts, pack up the 8ths and the halves. Whatever you're buying, I made it for you.
Is it bad? Is it as badass as it sounds?
Yeah, dude. It's fucking cool, man.
Is it like one for you, one for me?
I wish it was like that, but we do get a healthy amount of like, benefits of being there. And it's a cool vibe. I really like the team that leads it,
Mhm.
and I like the team that they built around it. It's really cool, man. Just like being with MF for like 5 years now, having my own thing, kind of going a little bit in and out of jobs.
Mhm.
Not really finding a job that I found like enjoyment in. It's really cool to have this as like that. That's like this is the first time I really find him. And honestly, dude, like any other job, it took like 2 weeks to be tired of that shit. Like,
Mhm.
so, I already made it past 3 months here. So
Nice.
I really love it there. Like I said earlier, it's really like mom and pop. They're really upcoming. And so they're really open-minded with their team. They really allow their team to figure out what works for them. And that's cool for me because that's where I come from. I come from like EMMEFF PEARL, dude. Like we're just trying to figure out what works for us and how we want to define things. And so they give us a little bit of freedom to figure out the best operation for us.
It sounds like you smoke a lot of weed there. Is that right?
Yeah, dude. I smoke a lot of weed.
Do they let you smoke on the job?
Nah, we can't smoke on the job, man.
Okay.
Nah, just because of like the licenses and premises of marijuana. So if you have a consumption lounge, of course you could do that stuff. But of course,
Do they have one there?
no.
No?
And I think we're working on it. I don't know what kind of guarantee that is, but I know that they've been curious about it. So there's certain things that we want to do, and we need the lounge license to do that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like the incentive to get it done.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, if it was really easy to get, I feel like every dispensary would have it. So part of me feels like it's kind of a hard process. So I don't know if we'll have that. But I mean, dude, it's fine. I'm okay with packing up some pre-rolls and having some good weed for when I get home.
Hell yeah, dude. That's true.
So,
Do you ever fuck with edibles?
I do, man, but they either don't hit me or they've made me sick. So like chocolates, I don't really like. So if it's edibles, it's usually gummies. But then I'm just eating for like flavors now. I'm not really like feeling anything. I'm a tank, man.
Dude, fuck, bro.
I'm Groovy Shmokes, man. Like I have a high tolerance, dude. So gummies don't really do much for me.
He's just stacking on watching a movie and shit.
Yeah, dude. Like, nah, gummies, edibles. I stay away from because I'm also not trying to. I think it's the chocolate. There's something about the chocolate and it's made that just makes me nauseous. I haven't had a good experience with chocolate edibles. Gummies, I've had no experience. It just doesn't hit, man.
I've had some pretty rough experiences.
I know, man. Some people say that the gummies hit them hard, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I just don't. I don't get it.
Yeah, especially me. Like I've never been a big smoker. I've done it every now and then. I'm not against it or anything like that. But the times that I have done it, because I don't have a tolerance, like I get pretty.
Yeah. I've taken some tea breaks, man, and I get super stony after that.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy, but now I can't remember the last day I went without smoking. It's not really a let me get a high thing anymore. It's just practice now. You know, it's just sort of like the thing that keeps me zen.
Do you think that helps you with like the creative process, with the writing and with everything, just focusing?
I think with like idea generation, but back then when I was getting stoned and shit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I wasn't productive or anything like that, and it was really to my detriment. But now that I'm kind of not really getting all loopy and incoherent or anything, it's a little bit better. But I think I'm most active when I'm as long as I'm on my feet, man. Because it's really easy when you're smoking to just lay down. Yeah. Once you lay down, you're done for.
Do you lean more towards like a hybrid sativa or indica type stuff, or are there more options now, or still kind of like the three?
It's just those.
Ones
it's just those three.
Still?
But for the most part, one of the things that like people should be a little bit more aware of now is just like with how many times weed's been crossed at this point, flower's been crossed. For the most part, you're getting a lot of hybrids now because they just have so much cross genetics in them.
Right.
Just at this point in like the lineage of a lot of strains.
Yeah.
It's really hard to grow like pure strains now to where it's just straight sativa or straight indica, but they're there, you know. But for the most part, from what I've learned, I would prefer sativa. But I think I've smoked some indicas lately that are just like, oh man, dude, this is gas. Compared to some sativas that
which one's the upper, which one's the downer? Or
so indica is supposed to be the one that sets you up on the couch.
Okay.
Sativas are the ones that's supposed to be giving you energy and you know, for the daytime.
Yeah.
And then hybrids, of course, are just sort of like hybrids.
You're gonna get one or the other.
Yeah. But honestly, dude, the thing is like when I was smoking, anything put me to sleep back then. But now I've learned how to function through it. But it's also because like I found direction. You know, I don't think I learned how to be productive. I think I just found my direction and I just started going for it.
The EMMEFF PEARL, right?
Everything, yeah, man. Yeah, and just seeing some light, seeing some life in MF. You know, sometimes it got dark, and so when there was some life in it, like that shit really fuels you, and you just start to see like where it could go.
It's very rewarding, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Seeing your projects
because it's
come
your
to
work,
life.
you know.
Yeah.
No boss told you to do it, and even then, like bosses tell me to do this shit there at 1010. But like every J, dude, I'm proud of every J I wrote. Like what you're about to smoke.
Are you legit like?
No, we have
there's like a
packer,
little
and
thing?
it rolls up about 121 at a time.
So you just got to put them in like in the little container, I guess.
Yeah, I mean we QC them at the end just to make sure that they're quality, but for the most part, that does the whole job. That's how we QC. That's how we can QC some products that sometimes people will come in. That's some of the perks of working there. It's not all of our products, so sometimes people will come in and you know they'll share some products that they want to see if they can get on the shelves. But we can't put no bum shit on the shelves, you know? So we got to make sure that the product's good. There's only one way to make sure.
It's like you take off your glasses and then put on your shades.
Yeah, dude.
Let's go.
Pull out the notepad. Yeah, with what was I saying about the products, or what were we saying about it?
Well, no, I guess like so the whole MF Pro, right?
Yeah.
It's like to see your vision come true. That must be the most intense feeling that you can get, right?
It's pretty cool, man. It gets me going every day. Because, like, I don't want to work for nobody, bro. I don't want no regular job. Oh, that's the thing. You were asking me if it feels fulfilling. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Like, everything that we do, that 1010, so even that employment. But outside of that, like, 1010 is not my final destination. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to keep growing with them and just evolve my position with them. Maybe I can collaborate with them on a bigger scale. But at the moment, like, I'm cool with that. But, dude, when it comes to MF stuff, that's what fucking wakes me up every day, bro. Like, it's not just MF, it's Groovy Shmokes. And it's just trying to be a contributor to humans, like not even just El Paso, dude. I feel like every human being's purpose in life is to contribute even to the smallest amount to the extension of our species. So as long as you're doing that, you're good. And I feel like I found my contribution.
That's dope, man.
So that's the same way as saying I found direction or whatever. So like, yeah, dude, like, but saying it's mine fucking means everything, bro. I'm so prideful, maybe to a detriment sometimes, but dude, yeah, I love that it's mine. I love that nobody told me how to do it. Nobody told me to do it or anything. Yeah, fuck yeah, it feels good, bro.
So is that like what you're doing now, midnight sessions, everything? Is that like your ultimate vision, or do you see it going further?
Yeah, I mean for sure further. Like we're gonna have more programs coming out. 2025 is gonna be a huge just like transformation year, you know. It's gonna be one of those like leap years where we just take a big jump to the next phase of what we could be. But I would say like the final destination is having like huge festivals, like crazy shit. But honestly, just like I don't know if I hope that I handle that like control and that power like very well. But I essentially want to be in a position to where like when we produce something and when we showcase an individual or an organization, it makes an impact for them, like a big impact for them.
Yeah.
You guys are ever on TikTok or whatever, and you see that one, he's like a black dude that like interviews or he like reviews food, and he's in his car. Is what's his name, dude? He's like he's an MMA fighter too. He's really famous, dude. He's like a really famous food reviewer on TikTok.
Oh shit, no.
You might have seen him, but like,
yeah, I think I might know
Derek
what you're
Lewis?
talking about.
No. I'll find out for you guys. But
okay.
He dude, if he goes to any restaurant, he's reviewing them. Like the next week or so, they're just blown up and sold out, bro.
Yeah,
like I would love to be able to like have that sort of like finger snap power.
Yeah.
But that's like the reason why I said I don't know if I'd abuse that or not. Like I don't think I would. I don't think I have that in my nature.
I mean, you always got to work on yourself too, right? I mean, that's
of course.
That's where
it's just I don't want to unintentionally abuse it. Sometimes maybe something comes up and I say no to it, and I might have just gate kept some shit just because I could by accident. So, but I do want to have that impact with my productions. Like that's the end goal. It's not really like a tangible like, oh, once we get to this exact project, but it's more so once we have this exact impact.
Yeah.
Towards somebody that's featured on it. Because otherwise, like, all we're trying to do right now is build the value that it is to the guest. Because it's valuable to the guest at the moment, but it could be more valuable.
Yeah.
You know, it could always be more valuable to them.
I feel like that's kind of how we view this, even though we're smaller and we're growing with whatnot. What we want to do ultimately, right, is with every guest that we bring on, like, we bring them more attention, more fucking customers, whatever the case is.
Yeah, worth their time. You know, they took time out to like conversate and everything.
It's a mutual relationship. Like we get as much of it from it as the guest, and that's the cool thing about the podcast scene is the networking. Like
and it's so normal or so natural. You know, it's something that you can pump out episodes of. Yeah, it can get a little tedious with the editing and stuff, but for the most part, the production costs can be kept low. So it allows you to keep it sustainable and on the fly. Yeah. You know, like we can't make midnight sessions a weekly project like we can with the pod. Just like you guys probably oh no, I mean you guys can do this weekly. Yeah. But, I mean the challenge will be like trying to do 2 times a week or something. Yeah. And you'll even bump into your challenges on the weekly scale too. Like at some point you're gonna have a week where it comes by where you're like, fuck, dude, we don't have a guest lined up. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's because you're going to get to a point where the quality is going to be to a point where some of the guests that you originally had on your list just don't really meet that criteria no more. So you're going to be like, fuck, the list is shorter than it looks. You know what I mean? Those are going to be the challenges, bro. Like, those are going to be the challenges. And that's a good challenge because that means that the quality, you're expecting more of the quality of guests.
You're right, dude. You're right. Yeah.
I feel like our quality of guest has gotten a lot better. And there is times where we are trying to do as many guests as possible.
Quality of guests also correlates to the quality of the questions that you're asking too. Like you can bring out the best of your guests if you guys are also doing great as well.
Yeah. That's true.
There's a lot of stuff to learn, bro. That's what that's just got to keep you guys excited about it. Like, fuck, I thought I knew it. Nope, I don't.
No, man.
You know.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to have you on, because I wanted to pick your brain on stuff like this, man. Like, it's for me right now. This project is I'm using it for training. I'm using it to learn to edit. I'm using it to learn videography, lights. Even these guys, they're starting to pick up on some skills, and
I haven't learned shit, dude.
He'll learn to read one day.
Yeah, one day.
We'll get him.
I don't know, man.
No, but it's cool, man. I love doing this shit. So as far as like guest work for the pod, what do you guys got lined up, or you got to keep that hush hush?
Well, we have our season finale for sure. So when our season finale comes out a week later, their episode will come out as well. But we actually like gotta get our fucking episodes rolling. Yeah. We have an episode that was supposed to come out on Wednesday, but it's gonna end up being episode 25, but it'll be voided just because it was supposed to be our guest on Midnight Sessions that was also voided. Yeah. So
did you want to get into that? Do you want to, or just fucking skip it?
Yeah, I mean, whatever questions you have, I'm not like hiding anything.
So you guys already filmed it, right? You guys filmed an entire Midnight Sessions.
Yeah, everything was ready to release.
And it was fucking ready. You guys edited it, I'm guessing, right? It's already ready. It's ready to go.
Dude, it was ready to drop.
And then something happened behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And then couldn't post it.
Yeah, just some creative differences at the end of the day. Once the final production was in, there was some revisions to make, which we abided by. But with a live recording, we're just limited to what we can possibly do with revisions. That's why we always say, like, within reason. Because, like, it's not a studio recording. We can't go and fucking just, like, make it whatever. Right. We don't rely on post-production for this stuff. Like, we mix it and stuff. But what we're trying to do is we're relying on you to fucking be on your A game when you get here and, like, perform it well. Right. Because that's the beauty of live music is, like, you performed it well.
You're getting it raw.
Yeah. Raw, but, like, you guys practiced. Like, you knew this shit was coming up. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we were just trying to go ahead and release that episode. But I guess, I don't know. I can only speak on what they said. And then everything else, I can only just admit that it's assumption. But, like, what was said was that it wasn't an accurate representation of her sound. And, I mean, what I'm assuming is that just deep down, she's not necessarily confident with her live sound just yet. And a lot of that is because her career so far has been through, you know, social media platforms and through streaming platforms where you're seeing, like, really polished work. Yeah. Where you're in a room by yourself and you're taking all the takes you need to get the right thing. And then even then in post-production, it's probably getting tuned to, like, perfection. Yep. There's no drums behind you where, like, they're in your microphone. So you could put all the reverb you want in the world. You know, like, it's just the perfect environment. Yeah. It's a studio recording. That's what an album is. But when you perform live, you don't have that freedom. Drums are behind you, and chances are they could hear them in your microphone. Or in this case, there was some fucking French horns or some alto horns right behind her microphone. Like, you're going to hear that shit. Yeah. So as a result, you're limited to what you can mix, and that's, like, how we do it. And that is not us making an excuse. That's us saying that's what we do. That's the standard. Yep. And I just think a lot of that maybe caught her by surprise. And I don't know if, here once again, back to assumption, but I tried to book this artist for, like, a couple years, dude, and to no avail. And to my understanding, during those 2 years, she had management. And the moment that she parted ways with that management, she finally caught up to our emails, finally responded, and we were down. And then all of a sudden, new management comes in, and now the episode's getting scrapped. So part of me feels like management just got in her ear and, like, kind of talked her out. Not because it was bad, but for some reason, they really wanted to be careful with all the maneuvers they were making. And they just felt like this wouldn't have been good for big label eyes to see, you know? Big eyes. I am putting in the word label. But I think that's what they mean. Like, you know, people that could probably sign her just some big deal and stuff like that. And there was just some exchanges of conversation where, like, for the most part, it was healthy conversation, like just us disagreeing, you know? But there was some things that were just, like, worded in a way where I was like, now you're starting to imply that we didn't do good. And that's different from saying you don't feel like it represents you well.
Right.
And so for us, it was just like, look, like, we're not going to let your team control this production. This is our production. You wouldn't ask Tiny Desk Concert to fucking let go of the mix. and then your team mixes it. So even then, like when you have big eyes on you, and when you finally get those big eyes to work with you, are they just gonna let you have full creative control of your stuff, or are they gonna fucking enslave you to some fucking contract?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And
So like,
in this
you
sense,
better get used to releasing some creative control, because if you really want big eyes to be looking at you, they're gonna take creative control. Otherwise,
True that.
Otherwise, be indie, but be indie through and through.
Yeah.
You know, like indie means you go and get it done, and you have full creative freedom. But if you're over here dancing and singing for big eyes, you're essentially here, have all the creative freedom you want, so long as I get my check and I'm famous.
Yep.
And were you actually having like these discussions with the artists themselves, or like a second third party?
That's not my no, herself.
For herself?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wish like the managers said it themselves, but at the end of the day, I'm also thinking to myself, that's not my place to educate her or like to give her advice on what she should do. If that's the road she wants to take, then at this point, I don't think she's the artist MF wants to showcase. Because as we started thinking about it, like she's very talented, and we really wanted to be one of the ones that showcased her to our city. Because she's very big on digital platforms such as TikTok. But when you ask a lot of El Pasoans about her, they've never heard of her.
Yeah.
And it's because she's not integrated in the city.
Right.
And a lot of the artists that come out of that studio aren't. And it's a result of that studio, man. And I'm not really afraid to say it. Like, I don't have any intentions of collaborating with them. So like, I'm not afraid to like say, and they know who they are. Like, I don't got to say the name either. That'll be the boundary. But dude, I feel like they are the bane of the music community here. They don't help. They don't contribute to it. They just build off of the fact that they made Khalid's location, the song location.
Yeah.
And then they have a studio in Atlanta, and all their sponsored posts just fucking just lean on the Atlanta musicians that they're bringing, bro. It's polished post-production, algorithmic stuff. You know, and I just feel like that got in her ear, and for some reason an organic up and coming platform just wasn't valuable to her, and so I feel like they scrapped it. I don't think it really has anything to do with the quality of the episode.
So you, in your opinion, do you think that it was good, the session itself?
Dude, I think it was one of our best.
Yeah.
It was a great episode that really showcased an artist that really would have been introduced to the city, and the community lost out on that. Her audience lost out on seeing her perform with the live band.
Damn.
And seeing her more natural, like getting to see her perform instead of just seeing like a Spotify album cover all the time. New single, new single,
Yeah.
new single.
Right.
Like,
I've
hey,
seen her.
how about you perform this live?
Yeah. Whenever you post it, I checked her out and I looked at her videos and stuff, and yeah, talented. But
Can you send us a link?
Yeah,
I want to see it.
That's a shame, man. That's a shame.
it is, but I mean, 35 for 36, bro. It ain't shaking our confidence one bit.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, all it did was tell us the clear-cut solution, release forms. We're not filming shit until you sign this.
Yeah.
Because it's a sponsored episode, man. So like the city of El Paso paid for that episode.
Damn.
Just for her to turn her back on the city of El Paso. And what's crazy is like you're so caught up in trying to be famous that you don't even realize like what you're doing. Like I had
Like,
one.
this could have been it.
This not even then, dude. Like the community really could have enjoyed this from you, you know. And you turned your back on the city just because you're just trying to like tuck into the studio, tuck into your bedroom and shit, and just make bedroom music. You're not trying to like make no real music. And I'm not trying to go too far with the criticism. I feel like all this is within taste, but I really I feel like we let down some musicians who really been grinding and trying to like put their names out there in person and shit, you know, the real hard way.
Right.
And I feel like that was a disservice to them by trying to like, you know, go all the way to the finish line with her, you know, just for her to kind of do that. It was like disrespectful to the community in a way, I think. And I mean, unintentional or intentional. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm just saying read the room a little bit and know that you were almost a part of an El Paso community thing. And dude, yeah, man, it was tough.
Sucks.
Well,
That sucks, man.
I don't want to like barter, like, I'm sorry, harbor on it too much, but
Yeah.
it was like, it was a chip on. I really take pride in what we do, you know? So it was like, dude, for real.
It
For real?
sucks
Like,
because
there was
like,
33 episodes for you to reference. It's not like this was a surprise to you.
and it's the work that you guys put in, man. Like you put this is blood, sweat, and tears going.
And it's
into
not just
that.
our work, man. Like our name is on EMMEFF PEARL, so we always love what we do, and we're always okay with not getting paid and stuff. But we have sponsors who have like donated their time because they believe in the project, but aren't like involved the same level that we are.
Right.
We had hand sketches done of her and the entire band, which was like 9 total musicians.
Shit.
Hand sketches done, and they don't really even get to get shown off. You know, so it was just like, you don't really know how much work got put into this, because if you did, I think you'd realize, oh dang, maybe my team ain't really working for me the way these guys are. Maybe I shouldn't be listening to my team the way I do.
And were you guys the ones putting the band together?
Yeah, dude, we arranged the band for her too.
No way.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
shit.
crazy. And part of me just feels like the studio didn't like that they didn't have creative control of it, so they talked in her ear, they got in her, and they convinced her to back out of it. And they took like the easy way out. You know, I'm not comfortable with my art being presented like this. Like, there's not much we can do. I was explaining earlier, like, we would look like the assholes if we went against that, and we have before. We went against it. Like, somebody has said they didn't really want the episode to come out, and we still put it out. They ended up sharing it later on their Twitter, like a year later. So clearly they saw like it was good, you know. But that was a move that I wasn't necessarily comfortable with in the beginning. I didn't feel comfortable going against an artist's word about their own art. But at the end of the day, this was an opportunity for us to kind of like do it differently. But I'm not gonna let that happen again, because honestly, dude, if you're gonna agree to us filming it, it means that you watched the other episodes before, you know the quality that you're expecting, and we didn't deliver anything different from what we always do. Our standard's always been the standard.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Can you touch base on the part
can
of like?
Can I take a piss?
Yeah, we can take a quick break. Potty break.
I just need to take a piss.
Yeah, go for it.
Me too.
No, I'm not married. I have a girlfriend.
Cool. Kids?
No kids. I want kids, but I want them when I'm ready.
That's fair.
I want to give them a good life, you know?
Yeah, dog. For real.
And I want to have a good life too. You're on the right track, man. And I don't think having a kid right now before I'm ready and then having to settle for like 9 to 5 or something and give up my dreams is a good life. I feel like that'll lead to me fucking sitting on the couch all mad as shit, watching TV and shit, and like being annoyed at my kid because they took my dreams away. You know what I mean?
What about you and your girl? Are you guys like thinking about that? Are you guys on the road to that, or?
Yeah, I mean, like now that I'm about to be 30, bro, I don't really like. I'm not trying to date anyone just for the fling or anything.
Right.
So if I have a girlfriend, like I intend to have a future with her. And I mean, yeah, like I don't hide. I guess we're boyfriend and girlfriend. So like by the time that conversation comes up, like I'm not gonna hide that I want kids or anything. So yeah, we know the agenda. But we're both creatively driven, so we're not really thinking about that at the moment.
How long have y'all been together for?
Close to 2 years.
Oh, shit, that's a good one.
Close to 2 years. There's just like a lot of figuring out to do though, so I wouldn't really call it like a strong consistent. We've had our on and offs, but I think we've just had like a consistent goal, and we try to make it work when it's on.
It's work, man. It's work.
So you said she's a creative also. What does she do?
She's a musician.
Musician?
She sings. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You met her through the industry?
Yeah, through the industry, bro. That's kind of like the community. You meet a lot of like people that you're gonna see often a lot as well. So, I had already like known about them all and everything as like a group. So when I finally got to meet her, it was just kind of like we connected through like songwriting really easily, and then I mean it just kind of like hit off like that pretty naturally. Yeah. In terms of like attraction levels, like you're just getting attracted to somebody who has similar qualities and everything. And then now, I mean we're like. We've had so much time together now, so we like.
You hit her up or she hit you up?
I'd say it's pretty mutual, but like it also was like.
It kind of just happened.
We reached out to like songwrite together. It wasn't really like that at first, but it kind of naturally.
Oh,
just
that's
like,
even better, dude.
Yeah, way better.
Oh yeah.
When the intention wasn't like that, yeah.
Right,
so,
right.
So I mean that's how that got together, and so we try to make it work. We try to get over our bad habits and stuff together, but that's cool, you know. Like I like having a partner that I can like talk about that shit with, you know. Sometimes with your girlfriend or with your boyfriend, it's like just a bunch of taboo, you know. Like, oh, what are we gonna go for dinner? You haven't gone to dinner with me. You haven't taken me out for 3 days, or just a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter either.
Yeah.
You know, just other stuff like, yeah, of course, you know. If there was drama at work and your partner's, you know, stressed from it or something, like, but sometimes the drama's dumb shit too, like, you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, like, it feels really cool having a partner that like you can talk about getting better with, you know, as an individual.
It's hard to come by, dude.
Yeah, because not everyone's trying to cheer for that. Like, everybody wants somebody who's already ready as a partner, you know, because they just want to like make an excuse for themselves. So with us, it's really cool because we get to really just explore where we can grow together. And it's like having like a mentor in a way, You know what I mean? Like a mentor you go to and they teach you all these things and they tell you how to get better. You vent to them, or like a therapist or some shit. Like you go and like you tell them all these things that are bothering you. For me, like I'm like creatively stressed and stuff. I'm always trying to figure out my plans, and that occupies my mind a lot, bro.
Right.
And if I had like a girl that was probably really stereotypical or like just like in the norm of society, like just really liked what, like, dude, I probably would have already been broken up by her because I haven't been taking her to dinner or some shit. Or I haven't been going out with her.
Yeah,
You
right.
know,
She has to understand, like,
yeah,
the
no, dude.
creative
I have a girl
process.
that embraces the process. That means like you have to buckle down and might not have fun for a bit. She's in the same process. Like it works out really
And
well.
you understand, like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like if this had to have been a solo endeavor, that's what it had to have been. But like, I'm fortunate enough to have a girl that like is like back to back with me, helping me shimmy up the wall together. You know,
That's what's up.
because this creative journey ain't easy, bro. So if you have someone who doesn't really understand that, it's gonna make it like 10 times harder. You might as well just be single.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So having somebody that does understand it makes things easier. You know,
that's what's up, man.
I don't always get to vent to David, so like having somebody I can vent to all the time like that. You can vent to your girl all the time.
Yeah.
Girls wish their dude vented to them, and like they just don't have shit to. They just don't have shit to vent about, bro. But I always got shit to vent about. I'm always just talking my ideas, bro, and talking about the stress of like, you know, what could be and all that. So it's pretty cool. It's cool. I'm happy with the relationship that I have with her.
When you mentioned like mentorship, what's the best advice you have been given from like another musician that you've like taken into your life and like it hit you good?
I can't say it's like a single thing, but just the general idea of like making music for yourself. Like there's not a sentence or quote like a Proverbs thing like that stuck to me. But also that artist, A. Billy Free. Free is
shout out A. Billy Free.
Yeah, how you know her?
No.
Oh.
No, but they deserve the shout out.
Okay.
It's good advice.
Free's in her name, and like as I interviewed her on their pod, she's our 8th episode of the pod, but she's also our 8th episode of Midnight. But when does this come out?
This one?
Yeah.
This one will be out in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. She's also episode 36 of Midnight Sessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, so she'll be the season finale of Midnight. But
okay,
we brought her back as a sequel, and this time around we got to fly her band that she performs with from the Midwest here, because I feel like her Midwest band is like, dude, that's her best music, man. And we never get to hear it because she respectfully only really plays it with them. So it was really cool to fly them out here. But
fuck yeah, dude, that's what's up.
She's one of my biggest inspirations, like that I know in person, and it's because of the fact that she's turned hip hop into like a whole thing. She goes to like third world countries, sometimes not third world, but sometimes other countries, and she'll be a part of these missions called Next Level, and they're all about celebrating hip hop in different countries, developing countries and stuff. And it's like through lyricism, breakdancing, graffiti, and beat making. So those are the 4 disciplines I think of hip hop. And so she gets to do this stuff. And
Say it again.
What? The disciplines?
Yeah.
Breakdancing, graffiti, lyrics, songwriting, and beat making.
Yeah.
And so she goes and she's like an instructor, an educator, and sometimes now she like leads the entire organization, the camp, while they're out there. I forgot what the exact word that she called it. I think they're called missions. Like missions is a good way to see them as it, but it's from Next Level USA, and she dude, just seeing how she's turned hip hop into like a thing is like really big. And
that's dope.
So every time I ask her, I'm like, you know, like what is it that, you know, like keeps you in check and all this stuff, and she just reiterates and goes back to like just being free about it all. Like she does what she wants, she goes on her own pace, and she would never sign with no label or nothing like that. And she's made agreements with labels, but she doesn't sign to a label. And it's just really cool insight that she's given. Honest insight too. I really feel like I have a friendship with her that's allowed her to be very transparent with me on everything. And the bandmate that I primarily flew in along with the rest of the band, he said a quote that I kept with me is no one's gonna count your wins unless you do. So that's some of the biggest advice that I've gotten, because ever since then I've just been like more confident in putting it out. Like, yeah, we're here. Like, I'm not afraid to like try to have you see me. Like, see me. We're right here, dog. Like, so that's one of those things that I feel like I changed my approach after hearing that. And that was cool too. Especially because I've been a big fan of his music, and so flying him out, getting to fly him from Detroit to here, dude, getting to talk to this dude, like I only had him here for a weekend, bro. So getting to sit face to face with him, I'm here thinking like I'm gonna try to soak up as much knowledge as I can from this guy.
Yeah,
he's a producer who's met fucking big musicians that I'm fans of, dude. Like, so I want to just like soak it up.
When are you guys filming that?
We already filmed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It comes out at the end of the month.
Okay.
It'll be our season finale.
We'll be looking forward to that one,
dude. Yeah, that one's good, man.
Nice.
Touch base on the like your seasons.
Yeah.
Theory.
Yeah. So I just feel like Tiny Desk, they just have episode after episode, and everybody else I mean, it's just episodes now. So with seasons 1, the reason why we did it was because we had to take a quick break. Somebody, like the other episode I told you about that stalled us, it caused us to take a break, and we were like, oh, what do we do? So we just called it a season. But that allowed us to take a break and just feel like there could be a different design for the flyers and the promo.
Yeah, it's because you do need to change, right? Like life changes, everything changes. You need to evolve.
You can.
Well,
some things work out good.
Formula should stay the same, but you can repackage it.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good way. Because
Yeah.
the midnight stage at this point probably won't change. But the flyers and the way we do the official poster, and the cover art for the season, that stuff might change throughout time. The promo photos that we do for this season, we partnered up with the Sanctum and we took photos there outside of the session. Like it was a separate day and everything.
Yeah.
And so this time around for season 8, we might do something different. But that's just it allows us to package everything in a season. And the way I see it is, even though it's different genres, episode by episode, song by song, from the first song of the first episode of the season to the last song of the season finale, if you just line them up in a Spotify album, even though they're different genres, it would feel like it went together because of how it was all packaged. So that's why we want to go with seasons, because I like personally, and this is me just getting to call the shots, you know, nobody's really telling me no, but I love albums. I don't really shuffle my music. I like to listen to albums from start to finish. And so that's how I see Midnight Sessions. It's an opportunity for me to like remind people, yo, albums, dude. Like this is how I'm treating every season, like an album. So
hell yeah.
That's where the season concept comes from. But it also allows us to refresh the design every time without getting stale.
So speaking of Spotify, like is Midnight Sessions on Spotify?
Some musicians have put it up, but every musician has the right to ask us for the stems. We'll send you the stems. We'll send you not the stems, I'm sorry. We'll send you the final master.
Yeah.
It's going to be mixed by Sean B. It's not going to get remixed by nobody else. Jamal Streeter's episode is on there. Feline Foxes is on Spotify, and I think at the moment that's it.
Okay.
But like I think we're working on Jordan Taylor's getting up.
Have you guys thought about doing physical media?
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like budgets go, once we can get there.
Yeah.
But hell yeah, dude, that'd be so sick.
That'd be sick to have them like on vinyl.
Dude, crazy.
Dope.
If vinyl wasn't so expensive, man, that'd be so awesome, man. Maybe CDs.
Yeah.
But it would just be a little cheap looking though.
Some cassettes, you know.
Cassettes
Brings
probably
us
look
back.
cooler just because it's retro. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
A vinyl would be so sick.
Vinyl would be dope.
I'm sure it'll make its way back at some point.
Yeah, just like the way vinyls did, CDs will come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But vinyl is like, it will never go out of style though, because it's
I
like,
feel you.
it sounds so fucking good.
Yeah, and then you can just frame them and have
Yeah.
like all your vinyls there. Dude, that'd be so fucking dope.
I'm more along the lines of thinking of that in like Groovy Shmokes terms instead.
Dope.
Yeah. We do a lot for the artists, but at the end of the day, if I start doing vinyls for artists, I'm never gonna make my next album.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest conflicts about MF Pearl. Is like there's been times where I've been against it because I feel like I've bought so many people so many recording sessions, and I've
where's mine?
Yeah, I've ignored mine. I've ignored mine so much, but I've learned to battle those like balances and like things, and yeah, we're here, bro. It's just like you said, bro. You're always trying to work on yourself, and so I'm always trying to work on like what I can improve on and be more efficient with. And if I'm not wasting time thinking about shit that isn't really gonna change me, then I'm saving time and I'm making more decisions like faster.
Do you do gigs, like live gigs as Groovy Shmokes? Have you done any recently?
Recently, the most recent one I did was for Take the Stage, which is a new songwriter series here in El Paso. They feature it's monthly showcases, and that was the most recent one I did. And I think that was cool because that one I got to properly introduce people to my next album.
Okay.
The last 2 shows I did before that were like almost like goodbyes to the last album like era, which was Apple Bags. Apple Bags was my last album, but I'm working on Super Poetry now. That album is gonna be stupid.
Do you have any upcoming shows or events, anything like that?
No, I'm in album mode right now, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, my next shows might not be till 2025. I might not do something until like the beginning of the year, but I have some cool plans, man. I want to show people you can still make an album, dude. You don't gotta just do singles every day.
Yeah,
like you can make an album, bro. Like you can have a complete idea across a body of work.
Yeah,
you don't gotta just try to get your fucking thing out like before. I feel like people make singles because they're scared to fade out. Like they're not confident in their work, so they gotta like get the next thing out before people forget about them.
Which makes sense, but it's like you gotta be confident in your work too,
yeah, and I mean honestly, dude, I get that times change. Like the way we consume media is also different, so I am trying to balance that out. I will have singles, but none of the singles are gonna be on the album. So like, yeah, like you're just getting a fuckload of music. Like that's the difference.
Damn.
I don't like getting 8 singles and then like 8 out of the 12 were already singles. Like I already heard 75% of the album, 66%. So, yeah, man, I really think I'm just trying to be a renaissance for the album.
What musicians inspired Groovy Shmokes?
Mac Miller, Isaiah Rashad, Anderson .Paak, Eminem, in the sense of like very like on like just how vulnerable and like direct. It doesn't have to be as violent, but early Eminem too, by the way.
Yeah.
What'd you think of his newest album?
I haven't even heard it, dude, just because I don't really fuck with what he's doing lately.
Yeah, I mean, it's
he went back to like the Slim Shady persona.
Yeah,
more or less.
I mean,
the Marshall Mathers LP is one of my top 5 albums.
Fuck yeah, it's so good. It's so raw.
Yeah, dude. Like you just get a glimpse of where his mind was at in like 1999.
And that vulnerability is like fucking dope.
Yeah. Later versions of Tyler the Creator, Igor Tyler.
Yeah. Igor is a shit. Flower Boy is a shit.
I would say like my biggest inspiration for songwriting is Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Kendrick.
For sure, Kendrick.
What's
He's
your
just
favorite?
so detailed with rapping, dude.
What's your favorite Kendrick album?
To Pimp a Butterfly. I think To Pimp a Butterfly is the best album ever made. But
for real?
But Igor is my most favorite album.
Oh, okay. Igor is a shit, right?
Dude, Igor saved me, bro. I was in a bad fallout of a relationship, and that one just like saved me. I know Igor is kind of like a gay album, but this one was like
really.
It's like it's him like longing for like a dude.
Really? I've never listened to the lyrics.
Yeah,
I just think it's fucking sick.
Yeah, and he has like points of jealousy throughout the album because like the guy flees off to like a girl and shit. So he's like, what the fuck? Like she, you know what I mean? So it's like a really conflicting story about a guy trying to just get over someone. And so like I was just really trying to get over someone at that time, and that album fucking hit hard, dude. So it really is a personal album for me.
Nice.
But I do think To Pimp a Butterfly is the best album ever made. Yeah.
It's a good fucking
It's album. Of my time, bro. Like I can't say Dark Side of the Moon or anything, you know? Like I wish I could. It's a great album, but it's not I don't think it's the best album ever made. It doesn't speak to the context that I lived in, you know?
Yeah. To Pimp a Butterfly it's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
Yeah, that's the best album.
It won a Pulitzer, didn't it?
Damn did.
Fuck. Oh, Damn did.
Damn did, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said like a Damn did.
No, Damn.
Damn did.
Damn's the one that got him that Pulitzer.
Which is okay. All right, I guess.
It's a good album, but I just don't think it's as... I mean, maybe it is. Maybe I'm not listening deep enough, but that album did have me say damn a couple times. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. But for sure, like, he went in a different direction. Like, but To Pimp a Butterfly is like, fucking good. Fucking good.
He's my biggest inspiration in the sense that like he creates album. Tyler too, man. Like the way they create an album.
Yeah.
They become this character for like months, dude. On all their PR and everything, they're just like this person now.
So that's what you were talking about earlier when you were talking about the characters throughout the albums.
Yeah. So like for this upcoming album, I don't really have a name. I'm just I just go by Dead Poet in this new album. And yeah, I mean as we get a little bit further into like the release of the album, I'm gonna start to like just dive in.
That's very method, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. But like I said, this stuff comes from like me writing them as like screenplays first.
Okay.
So,
what's that process like for you?
Well, I'm referring to stuff that I've already lived through. So I'm just kind of like I'm always alone, man. I'm not really having like brainstorming sessions with writers or anything like that. I usually write alone. It's like a very personal thing for me, and that's what allows me to just like repeat the same words every time over and over again. Because as I'm building out songs, I'm like repeating them and going over them, and it's very repetitive. And I'm in the whip, like early morning after the gym, just like someone would lose their mind sitting next to me doing that shit because they'd be like, "What the fuck? I can't hear this beat one more time. I can't hear him say the same line like again, dude. I'm gonna fucking freak out." So it's a really repetitive process, but at the same time, I'm also like, I'm just jotting notes along the way, and then I'll just like one moment, bro, I'll get a line and I'll just hit a whole verse like in one go. Yeah,
that's dope.
But I know it's like a big just thing, but like the first album that's like really big on this whole story. I made some mistakes, bro, like in my early 20s, and I ended up having to do like 2 weeks in jail at Montana. So I wrote a whole album while I was in there, but I didn't write it in music. I wrote it like in the story, and it was just all about the story of what happened, like, and it was very relatable and like how I ended up in that position. So it's dramatized, of course. So it's not like it's not full blown like literal shit. So when you hear some of the stuff that happens in the album, it's crazy. This is a future album,
like,
by the way.
I fucking killed someone. He's in my backyard. Like.
This is a future album, by the way. But like, there's an interlude in that album where there's a character in it, and I was like, who the fuck? Like, where does this guy even come from? So I wrote a whole backstory for that character, and now that album is super poetry. So it's crazy how these things come up. But like, they're all like piece. Every character is like a piece of me, and I just build the rest of it. Groovy Shmokes is probably the closest that's completely me. But even then, like there's parts that I leave out of me still. You know, like he's not a fucking graphic designer, photographer, or anything.
Yeah,
he's just his own. Right. So I pick one element of people. So like Loose Steady Hands, which was from Apple Bags. That's where I really dove into like my struggles with like alcohol and stuff like that. Like I don't think I really dove into like the full like there's no going back. Like I'm a full blown alcoholic, but there was a point where I was going through such times where I was like so stressed, and like the only thing that I could do was just try to ignore it. So I went to go drink and shit. You know, so that's where like Loose Steady Hands comes in, and that's like that little story. And then this story is more about like my upbringing with like my family, just because I feel like a lot of fallouts happened like recently, like in the last couple of years, and I feel like I've been harboring a lot of bad energy regarding like my family and some of the people I grew up with. So this album is like a way for me to let go of that stuff before I go into the next albums. So they do serve a purpose, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I build out the whole story around like a piece of my timeline. So yeah,
so dark. Oh yeah,
it sounds like it's very therapeutic for you, man.
Yeah, that's why I don't stress on it too much. That's why I try not to make it my income, because like I don't want to lose that like power that it has for me. It's really just that and working out that like I don't express myself through working out, but like songwriting is really the only way I can express myself. I'm not over here doing like, you don't see me in theater as well. I love to. I have no problem like trying to act or anything like that, but I don't do it. It's not my form of expression. So by only having one, I don't want to taint it by it being like my income or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what EMMEFF PEARL's for.
So you were talking about how you struggled with like alcohol and stuff. Is that where the gym came in, started helping you with that, or is that something?
Kind of. I mean, what's the first thing that everybody wants to do when they turn their life around is like be more in shape, you know? So like that's one of the first things I gravitated towards. Drinking more water too. You know what I mean? Just a lot of different things like that.
I like your bottle, man.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, it's dope.
40 ounces wasn't enough, so I needed 64.
I got me a 64 also, yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. But yeah, dude, just trying to like be on point with things, and the gym was probably one of the first things that I was able to pick up. So I got that one down.
Because it's first of all, it's easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like it's all you. You know? Like you have to do this. You have to pick yourself up and go to the gym. Like getting a job, doing this, okay, that depends on other people. There's other people involved. But going for a run, that's all you. Can you go for a fucking run? Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You know?
There's something about getting a job or like having to start waking up early or just make sure that you're paying your like credit card things on time that it doesn't feel like you're fighting demons.
Right,
you know?
right.
But when you go and work out, I feel like you're fighting demons.
Yes.
So like you need those moments where like you feel like you're really like overcoming some hurdles.
Right.
Because sometimes like when you go and like you're just applying for jobs day after day or like you're trying to figure things out, like you're fighting demons, bro, but it don't feel like that. It don't feel like you're overcoming a hurdle. It feels like you're doing work.
Yep.
You know? So you need some of those things in life that make you feel like you're really like leveling up amongst the things that are leveling you up, but you just can't see it yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Those are those things that you need to look back on and be like, fuck, dude, like I was sturdy during those 3 months. Like I wasn't going out for shit. Like I was just paying my shit off and everything. Now I'm caught up. I can breathe again. And yeah, like so that's why the gym like really helped out for sure. But you're saying as like I recognized that issue that I had to like overcome. Like was that one of the first things I for sure, dude. Running probably before the gym. Because I didn't need to pay for the membership. I could just go out and run.
Yeah. Exactly.
So like running probably came first, man. I love running.
Yeah. And you said you did cross country in middle school and stuff like that, yeah?
Yeah, and I lost it, but David and I have a few other friends that were in it in high school. And so like high school, I had friends that were there. So I kind of had it. And after high school, they were still doing their track workouts and stuff early in the morning during summer when like the track wasn't occupied by high schoolers. they were still doing it. So like I was still able to keep it in my realm. And then I'm probably the one who runs the most out of my friend group now.
So you ran a half marathon.
Yeah, dude.
Didn't you, right?
Yeah, in February.
Hell
Fuck yeah.
How was that?
Props to you, bro.
I
Props
have
to
bloody
you.
nipples after, dude.
That's 6 miles.
13.
Yeah.
That's half.
13.1.
Oh
Half
shit!
marathon.
Marathon is 26. Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even know I was bleeding, bro.
Were you really?
Yeah. I had a long sleeve on. I had a long sleeve and it had a pocket. So I think it was just rubbing against like my nipple the whole time.
Oh.
But I had a jacket over so I couldn't see the whole run. So when I took it off, I only freaked out because I saw it. But like it didn't, like once I saw it, I still couldn't feel it. I wasn't feeling it the whole run. I didn't feel it the whole run. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was bleeding until I took it off. But dude, it was an accomplishment, man. I ran a half marathon before, but like I've never signed up for a race and then finished it.
Right.
So this was the first time I signed up for a race, went through with it, got my medal, and it was cool because like I trained pretty much the whole time with my friend Stevan, who I go to the gym with the whole time. So it was just cool having like a friend like that, bro. Like I can count on my friends, but at the same time, I think there's been a lot of moments where I wish they held me more accountable, and I think this was one of those moments where I'm like, dude, this is what I want out of my friendship, bro. Like straight up.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, dude, just training for that marathon actually, like half marathon, actually helped me like see a lot of different things. It made me value my friends better. So
we have a silly thing going on right now.
Yeah.
We're challenging ourselves and the A-Town podcast as a
oh
as a
yeah,
whole.
dude, I've been keeping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's not silly at all, bro. That's
Well,
not silly at all.
it started off-
continue.
Day 12 right now.
It started off just between us. Like, hey, let's fucking work out all 31 days of
This
August.
guy's fucking idea.
Yeah,
dude.
pretty much Johnny.
I did it because I needed the motivation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, like fuck yeah, let's do it. Like to motivate ourselves, right? To keep pushing ourselves, because I think we all want to be better just in life. And then we open it up to everybody, and it's been fun, man.
People have been doing it.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people that aren't posting it to put it out there for everybody to see either.
Yeah.
But I know they're fighting their fucking
Yeah.
battles too. You know, fucking every day.
Right.
That's one of the best ways, man. When you start shedding off weight, like physically, you're also shedding off weight, like metaphorically too, bro. I'm glad you guys are doing that. That's really cool, bro. You guys should just keep. I mean, I'm sure you guys are gonna keep it up.
Yeah.
But you should try to make it a challenge as often as you can.
Yeah.
I was
man.
saying 100 days, dude. Let's do
And
100.
it's, you know what? Like yesterday
Fuck.
was the first day that I felt like that I didn't want to do it because I worked all day and I was fucking tired. I got home and I was like, I don't want to do this shit, but we have to do something. So I'm like,
Sorry, finish.
and I was like, I'm just gonna go for a walk. Like, you know, we said we can walk would count, but we got to do like at least a mile. So I went on this walk, dude, and I felt great after the walk. It was the fucking nicest walk. I got the sunset and everything. I came back and I'm like, all right, let's fucking edit this pod and
It's good,
knock it
bro.
out.
Fuck yeah. Recalibration.
Dude, it does so much for you just to like disconnect.
You might want to start throwing in those walks along with all the workouts too.
Yeah.
Chances are you'll start doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it gave me an idea that we should, I don't know, it was just brainstorming. We should do like in my head, it was like, let's do a sunset walk. Let's get the people of A-Town. Like, let's group up. Let's just walk down Wildcat. It's like about a 1.5 mile walk. And dude, because we get like
That's
a
good.
badass sunset, dude. You should see the sunset we get here. They're nice.
Yeah.
And it's a nice drive. Nice walk.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So maybe we can do it at the end of the challenge.
Like schedule it.
Schedule it.
Yeah,
Have everybody meet up. Let's just go for a walk.
and just fucking
Just
talk.
walk and talk.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Fuck yeah.
A-Town walk.
A-Town walk.
A-Town walk.
There you go. We're onto
Dang.
something here. We're cooking.
Yeah, dude, I feel like the motivation is that as there as when compared to when we're all together. When we go by ourselves, it's a little fucking tougher.
It is.
Bro, I'm not gonna
dude,
lie.
Hell yeah.
I love it when I go by myself. I do, because it's like it's just you against yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, all
Yeah,
right, bitch.
but then-
like this is
so, like-
that's where it gets hard. You know what I'm saying? Like this
Yeah.
is the challenge.
You really have to push
But today
yourself.
we went with
Exactly.
Louis, and I wouldn't have done fucking, what are they called?
power cleans.
All right,
Power cleans.
Right.
I wouldn't have
Oh,
done
yeah,
it myself.
man.
You're right. You're right.
I wouldn't have pushed
What'd you
myself.
hit, bro? It was like 45 and what? 15s? What was that bar? What was on that
so
bar?
I tried the
I think there were 25.
25 and 15.
Dude, man.
But
Cleans are stupid, bro.
You know what? But my form was fucking off, dude. And I like, my cousin called me out on it too. He's like, you need to fucking learn how to do it. But like, dude, I know.
Hey, bro, you'll
shit,
learn,
bro.
man.
But I know, dude. I needed to get like lower and stuff. But it's just like, even with, I don't know.
It's hard to do it with just a bar. Mm-hmm. So what really helped me was getting like the 10 pound plates that are like still the same size as the 45s.
Yeah.
That way you get like the size of the barbell.
Yeah.
And it really helps you like get the form of it down, bro.
Yes,
Like, my wrist got so flexible from doing like cleans.
Yeah, his problem was like he wanted to like pick it up, hold it, like at his
like a
knees.
hang clean.
Yeah, like he wanted to hold it there for like 5 seconds and then try to put it. And he's like struggling. Like,
I was
no,
gassing.
dude,
Hey,
like,
bro, hang cleans, man. Hang cleans take out all the momentum, man.
I was doing the hand cleans with the 45s and 10.
That's big weight, bro. Like no shit, you guys are tired out.
But,
and we did box jumps. It was a superset.
Yeah,
and then we did
superset,
box
so-
jumps after that.
yeah.
Shit, man. I did CrossFit for a little while with Josh. Yeah, like he was a coach for the most part. Mm-hmm. Sometimes he would just be there working out too, though. And dude, yeah, man. When you work out with some dogs, bro, it really brings out what you're capable of.
Yeah, that's our homie Louis. He was doing with the 45s and 25s on each side. And
Dude, 185
Yeah, he wanted to go up.
is dumb, bro.
That's he's like this big too.
When I was really big on CrossFit, even then, like that weight, I could really only do like sets of 3, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's huge weight, bro.
Yeah.
That ain't easy to just throw up.
No, it's hard.
It's even. I'm surprised like people in like the compete in the CrossFit games, dude. They 300-400 pounds like cake, dude.
They're beasts.
Nah, man.
That's a whole nother breed.
And it's
man.
a lot of technique
Beasts.
too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get your technique down, it's a lot easier.
Like our workouts are a lot of CrossFit.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is, dog.
just strength,
we need to write this shit down.
We just call them circuits, dude, because
strength training.
we're doing
strength
like
conditioning.
we're doing like 2-3 workouts.
We should probably like make videos of this. Dude,
Hybrid
'cause-
training? Did you call it hybrid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More so,
'Cause-
yeah.
Cause like I try explaining it to people and it's like, bro, I don't know how the fuck to explain this shit.
Track your workouts, bro.
Yeah.
Track them. I track them on Notion.
Mhm.
I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
I have every workout since like the last year just worked out easy.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can hit a workout together one of these days, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, what do you do
5
like
a.m.?
on a typical workout day?
Now, I mean, I do a lot of my cardio is running. So when I'm at the gym, I'll just focus on strength training. Like I won't really be doing box jumps or anything like that. But I'll just do like isolated lifts.
Nice.
Yeah, and then with the cardio, I just run, bro. But I run miles, dude.
Yeah.
5Ks minimum.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, minimum.
Oh yeah.
30-minute run, bro.
Yeah.
30-minute run.
Dude, you feel so good afterwards.
Yeah, and then if at any point you don't gotta run the whole 5K, you could just like do a 5K, run two of the 3 miles, and then walk the other one. You know,
That's
like
true.
you build up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Run a mile, walk.
Dude. There's a lot of different.
Yeah.
Bro. You could do sprints. You know, you could do like, all right, I'm gonna go as fast as I can for a lap, walk a lap, so 0.25.
Yeah.
And there's so many different ways. I want a bike too. Don't get me wrong. Like I would love to get a bike.
Cycling?
Just bust out like 15-mile rides or something like that. 20-mile rides.
Yeah,
Go
It's
crazy.
fun, dude. I mean,
Get rid of 60.
20-mile rides is like an hour.
Yeah. That's what I would do for sure. But I just want to stay active, bro. I would love to be even more active if I can. Like,
Dope.
just gotta get more time.
That's
Yeah.
the thing, huh? Time.
Yeah, the only way that I'll do that is honestly just by like building up income and outsourcing, delegating responsibilities.
Yeah.
That's the only way at some point. Eventually you reach your limit. So
Yep.
we got to stop saying, oh, I'll sleep 6 hours instead of 7. Like, no,
Right,
dude,
right,
you
right.
fucking leveled up and get an income so that you can pay someone else to take some stuff
do
off
it.
your plate.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just realistic, bro. There's people out there that literally have too much time on their hands. They're looking for shit to do, you know?
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's crazy how the world works, bro. Commerce.
Yeah.
So, if you don't mind me asking, dog, like, I don't want to get a little bit too heavy. So, if you don't want to talk about it, it's all good. But what led you to the whole jail situation?
Oh, well, the alcohol stuff, man. I have like quite a couple of POMs, so possession of marijuanas, but that never really like the courts don't really care about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude. Eventually, some stuff. Man, you know what sucks is like the DWIs. They happened on like days that. Bro, I was good. like it sucks because there was like there was days where I fucking.
I've been more drunk than this.
Bro, there was
dog.
days where I earned, like, I deserved one, dude. I deserved some on some days.
Yeah.
And it sucks on the 2 days that like I got them were just on, and so essentially like I got the second one while I was on probation for the first one, and so like it was really just a bad deal. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I went to jail not necessarily for the DWI, but for the violation of probation.
Yeah.
And it was for 1 week, and then I had a court hearing. And dude, my lawyer screwed me over and didn't go to represent me. And on paper, he's the only one there. So if there's someone on paper there to represent you, it's gotta be them.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't represent myself last second. So I had to spend another week just wait for my schedule to get get my date rescheduled. Bro, this is 2020.
Motherfucker, bro.
I get out March 12th, 2020, like 4 a.m. Later that day, the NBA shuts down because of COVID. Dude, if I was there a day later, bro, chances are I could have been locked in there for who knows how much longer because COVID hit El Paso 2 or 3 days right after. I remember getting out on March 12th, and then like 2 days later, I'm at Gold's Gym. Come up, bro. Straight buzz cut. Everything like fresh out the cell, bro. And someone taps on us on our shoulders saying like, hey, we're going to have to close the gym down. We just got word. So, yeah, dude, I got out right before COVID hit the States, right before COVID hit El Paso. And had it not, I probably could have been in there for like a few more months just because they really did shut shit down for like an indefinite amount of time.
Yeah.
I got out right at the last second. And I really feel like that was the higher powers. I'm not gonna say God, but like the higher powers just like, yo, strain out, bro. Because like now you know what a 2-week jail is, but you could have known what an indefinite jail was. Mm-hmm. And you're only on the road to Central Texas for like prison. You know, not because I'm a violent person, but literally on paper, a 30 DWI is like automatic prison, pretty much. Like they're just like, nah, dude, you're gonna go to jail for like a year or two.
Fuck, I got lucky one time with that I didn't get a DWI. Mm-hmm. I got handcuffed and everything, dude. They took me to the station downtown. And
shit!
They made me blow, and I blew .07.
Oh, you lucky bastard, bro!
Right there, dog.
You
right.
lucky
But
guy.
It was one of those nights where I've had worse. like there's times where
man. It sucked, dude. It was, and then like because of COVID, my court date kept getting pushed back. Mm-hmm. But not the probation though. They kept me on the breathalyzer, so I was on a breathalyzer for like 2.5, almost 3 years, with no one checking on me because I wasn't technically on the probation yet. Mm-hmm. So it was just like whack, dude. But honestly, the first year of COVID was pretty chill because we were all locked down. Mm-hmm. So that really helped me ease into that moment. But that was probably that's probably the hardest thing I've ever been through. Not the 2 weeks, bro, but like the 2.5 years of just being restricted, dude.
Why?
The 2 weeks was hard because not because I'm scared for my life or anything. I had a pretty chill tank, but dude, my ideas were just running through my head. I wrote a fucking album in there, bro. So like having all these ideas and not being able to move forward in life was like the biggest thing that had me like I don't want to be here. Like, I wasn't scared of safety or anything. I can make do, and that's fine. But just, like, having life put on pause and just, like, life not being in your control, bro. That shit was whack. So, like, that was tough. And then having to just deal with 2.5 more years of just, like, straight lockdown, bro. I couldn't travel for 2 years. I couldn't drink for 2 years, bro. I had to blow into... I didn't have a car because my license was suspended, like, hardcore. Mm-hmm. So instead of the car breathalyzer, they gave me the one I had to do 4 times a day no matter what.
Oh, shit.
So 4 times a day, bro, I had to fucking blow into a breathalyzer, dude.
For how long?
Like 2.5 years, man.
Damn. Pretty much throughout that whole
dude,
COVID
5
area.
a.m.
Sucks.
Loud ass beep. I would have done it, but I didn't want to fucking pop the mic. Loud ass beep, bro, from 5 to 7 a.m. And then from like 12 to 2 p.m., 5 to 7 p.m., 10 to 12 a.m.
Damn.
4 times a day.
For fucking 2 years.
Dude, yeah, man. And then, like, I'm over here getting a job, and, I don't want them to know about it, so I'm keeping the fucking thing in my car. But it was winter, so sometimes I'd be like, fuck, I gotta go before the time window runs out. And then I turn it on, and it's, like, too cold. And I'm like, oh, my God, I gotta keep this indoors so it doesn't get cold in my car. Mm-hmm. But I can't keep this indoors because my fucking boss will know about this shit. And this shit beeps loud, dude. So it was just such a big thing to, like, get around, dude. But it really just, like, told me, bro, like, yo, man, you can sit around and talk about these dreams all you want, but they're just going to be dreams if you keep fucking up. And I just didn't want to do that because, like, I'd already gotten a taste of where they could go And having a business degree, having a background in business, there was not a single idea that didn't seem realistic, you know? Like, you can turn anything into a business. So long as you think of it as a business. Like MF Pearl, oh, I want to film musicians. Oh, I want to be part of the music scene. A lot of people did not know how to make that into a business, but there's ways, bro. And we're working on it. Like, we got sponsorships that go ahead and, like, monetary pay us now. Like, that's big, dude. That's huge, bro. Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? So...
How long was it till you guys started getting sponsorships?
Just this season. This is the first one. We've had in-kind sponsorships, you know, from Old Sheepdog, Keg and Brew, Sun City Slice, Viejo Coffee, like a lot of great people, man, that have gone ahead and done like product sponsorships. But getting to get a check and tell us, yo, here's enough money to make 5 episodes happen, dude, that was big. That was super big. So now we're just working on increasing those amounts. If the time comes where we need to part ways with a sponsor to open up room for bigger sponsors, like, you know, we've already talked about that. And that's what I love about our current one. Creative El Paso, like, just really believes in what we're doing, and they're full on supportive of us reaching new levels too. If somebody is willing to give us more, take it. That's they're more than happy to support because they genuinely believe in, you know, El Paso being a creative community. So
yeah, dude, for real. Like, you see art everywhere. You see, like, I don't know, I see reels all the time of like El Paso shit that's going on, and it's like, this is cool, man. This is cool. It's fucking cool.
But imagine it straighten up. I'd be back in jail, bro. So that's the story about that. Just reeling it back really quick, just to tie the knot on that one. But like, that's what it was for, and it sucked, bro. And I've worked on it, and I feel like I was just drinking for the wrong reasons, man. I was just drinking aimlessly, you know, blowing my wallet on it just because I wanted to distract myself.
Did COVID affect any of your process for Pearl, MF Pearl?
A little bit, but it also did help us take a little bit of a leap, just because when everything was locked down, that's when Midnight became more fitting because it was an online thing. So it helped us get a little bit on the map because it didn't take us too long to get back on track, but it definitely stopped us for a bit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. COVID actually stopped us from like where we were at. That's what moved us to Star City. Some stuff happened with COVID and we took a long break, and when we came back we were like, let's stop working these bartering deals with people, bro. Like, let's just pay a studio outright and like get the product we want, get the quality we want. We had done some bartering stuff before, and you know, bartering has its cons at some point where it's just like one person might not feel like they're getting the most out of the deal, so they start slacking. You know, shit just ends up, you know, when the goals aren't aligned, bartering can be super detrimental. So you got to be really careful with that stuff. So that's why we just wanted to stop bartering, dude. Just like pay someone to do the job that they said that they would do, and then we get the stuff and we just go figure out the rest.
So now you have your set studio and you're good.
Yeah, and I mean, COVID helped us solidify a team now. Like, now we got Sean, you know. I don't know if COVID would have done that for us. Maybe. We would have ended up finding out a point, but...
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Cool. I was going to ask you something and I lost it. I had it.
Think about Jonathan.
Yeah, go.
Think about
it.
So...
The penultimate question. The one before the finale.
Yeah.
So you said, if you don't mind me saying, you're 29 now, right?
Yeah, I'm 29 years old.
So
I'll be 30 right at the end of the year.
Nice. Almost happy birthday, dog.
When's your birthday?
December 26th.
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
dude.
you got time, bro. You don't got to say it too early.
December 30th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks around that time, but
it does, man. But it's also cool if you look at it in the sense of like your birthday lines up with New Year, New Me type shit.
Yeah.
I'm big on resolutions, but I also don't. I try to make tangible ones. I try to make planned resolutions, not just a resolution.
Yeah.
You know?
We've talked a little bit about that, and it's kind of it's a tricky subject because it's like a lot of it's just like superficial, like, oh, I want to do this, but it's like, okay, dog, like, are you really gonna do that, or is it just like a fucking thing that you want to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I set more like quarterly resolutions. I'd say like this is my game plan for like January through March and shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
My bad though. To continue the question.
No. So well. I already forgot it, but so your birthday's
29.
So your birthday's the 26th?
Yeah, the day after Christmas.
Holy shit!
I have a nephew that has born on 26 too.
That's insane, dog.
Yeah.
Do you get well?
Nah, I don't.
No,
Shit,
yeah.
I don't even get a gift or anything.
Your Christmas gift is your birthday gift, dog. Yeah.
When it comes to the family, we have a lot of like nephews and nieces now, so it's like for them.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure, for sure.
But I'm also not big on that because like I'm not the biggest giver either, just because of like, the financial situation.
Fuck you guys.
I wish I could give gifts, bro, but I don't expect gifts because I know right now I can't give them. And even if I could give them, dude, you don't got to give anything in return. I'm chilling, bro.
It's like it's weird.
Trust me, if I could give you a gift, I'm taking care of myself. Like, otherwise you wouldn't have gotten shit.
It's weed. It's weed. You're getting weed.
You're getting a free pre-roll that I've just been chilling in my drawer. It's just been chilling in my drawer, bro.
You get a gummy. You get a gummy. You get a gummy.
Oh fuck, that's funny, man.
Hell yeah, dog.
Well, I think that's it, man. I don't know what I forgot.
It's all good.
Forgot what I was gonna ask.
It's all good. It's all good.
We're running on that time, man. We'll end it here. Raleigh, did you thinking of your final thoughts, Raleigh?
I didn't, dude.
He did it. Oh, wow.
MF Pearl. So what's the next? I guess when's the next episode dropping?
Yeah,
end of the month.
Yeah, depending on when this episode comes out, it'll either be before or after, but it'll for sure be towards the end of the month, either the last Thursday or the second to last. So it'll be the 22nd or the 29th.
It's always on a Thursday?
This season, at least.
Okay.
Yeah. We might switch it up just with like because the podcasts are on Wednesdays. So we might like have a better schedule instead of the day after something else comes out.
Yeah.
Because when there's a podcast and a session, it's like a double header of stuff day by day.
Yeah.
So if there's a way we could avoid that, I think it'd be a little bit better. But just that episode, man. And then we got some stuff in the works, bro. Like we really want to integrate a live audience to what we do. We really want to introduce everyone to the Midnight Magic instead of just watching it on the screen.
That'd be sick.
So that's like the next step for MF Pearl, bro, is like live events, and we're working on that.
Is that something you like sell tickets for? Or
yeah, we'll be selling tickets. We definitely want it to be affordable, but we want it to be valuable to you too as well. So we want to further expand on the music, beyond the music, I should say, and maybe add some like workshops to these live events as well. So we're like you can gain something from it, whether it be learning how to handle your cameras and lighting better, or maybe learning how to learning about the brewery process better, or how to organize your projects better. Whatever it may be, man. Maybe there's like some workshops that people would gain from, and at the end we all get to just like chill together and watch like a couple songwriters share some music. We got some ideas in the work, man, but it's definitely about building community.
That's what I was gonna ask you about the photography thing. So just really quick,
it's too late, dog. We already said it.
just because I'm like I told you earlier, I'm trying to learn. So what's up with that? What do you got going on with photography? You do a lot of the shoots for midnight sessions and artists, or what's your thing?
Yeah, this season I took the responsibility of the photos, but before we've always had like Gabby A. Velasquez.
I started following her recently.
Yeah,
she's badass.
She's badass.
Yeah, dude, she's a star, bro. And she used to do the photos for us, and she was great. But since then, some stuff has changed. So like, I go in, I take the photos this season, and I mean, for MF Pearl, I'll be the main photographer. If we ever get a budget and can pay for a photographer, we'll probably revisit the idea again. But I mean, as far as like where else I get my reps in, real estate. And then just a few people that know me that know I shoot portraits, they'll hit me up for grad photos. But I don't promote grad photos. It's like you either know I do them or you don't. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean I do the MF stuff though.
That's dope.
Today. It's not always been like that though.
Is that like something you just got into by accident, or you always loved?
Well, when we picked up the cameras, the first thing I did was photography for sure.
Nice.
And then I just started to press the record button like a little bit more and more as we went on. Yeah. But David had always been into the film side of things, and of course, like naturally, bro, when you have a camera, you'll get into photography too. So, but I would say photography is like more of my stronger suit than it is video.
Nice.
I could look at a gallery of like 1,000 photos and see how it's gonna be a gallery of 60. It's a lot harder for me to see 2 hours of footage and see how it's gonna get summed up into like a 10-minute video or like a clip or something like that. It's a lot harder for me, but I get by. Photography and design are my stronger suits, though.
Oh yeah,
photography is so fun, man. We recently did a New York trip, and I took my cameras over.
Oh yeah, man.
We shot the powder. Then I was having the time. We did Central Park one day.
Fuck.
And these guys went running Central Park, and me and Olivas, we went just taking pictures. That was so fun. I could have been there all fucking day shooting pigs at Central Park.
It's like everywhere you look, it's like, oh, here.
Yeah, it was badass. Man.
It's so sick you guys got to go together, man. That's what's up, bro. David and I have probably only been to Austin and California together.
Yeah.
As far as a team, though, like the 4, oh, man, that'll be a cool day when we get to do that.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, dude. Try to plan that because it's, you know.
Yeah, as a team, we could definitely have some more retreats. My bad. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I'm just saying because, you know, we've been friends for a short amount of time, I would say, compared to other friendships and shit. But those trips, like, really fucking, like, fortify that friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I bet you guys came back and just hit A-Town Talk hard, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys are hitting this, bro. Like one of the biggest things that I can support is a project that like stays around. So I mean, I'm not threatening you guys. Hey, if you don't stay around, I'm just saying like, dude, it's easy to support a project that's really about it.
Yeah.
Because when you're really about it, it just gets really easy, man. So as we conclude, I do wish you guys the best as well.
Thanks,
and it's an honor to have. It's an honor to be a guest. Gonna have to have you guys come on.
Yeah.
Might need to have you guys bring some mics.
We got you, man. We got you.
Dog.
So we can have everybody mic'd up. But dude, hell yeah, man. Thank you guys. It's an honor for sure.
Thank you, man. It's truly inspiring to hear your story and just to know the creative side and just that there's a way out there. You know, you really are inspiring to us. So thank you for coming. Great pod, man.
Yeah, this was good.
Enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Good beer. Thanks for the beer, Raleigh.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Thank you guys for the drinks. It's good to be on the other side. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I get to just chill and drink a beer.
Yeah, dude. Get to ask questions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's dope. Good. All right, A-Town, we are done with this episode. Comment, subscribe. Check out Evan. Where can people check you out, man?
Yeah, man. So you can find all the main work at EMMEFF PEARL. That's EMMEFF PEARL. EMMEFF PEARL. But if you ever want to keep up with everything that I'm doing, you can always find me probably on Instagram the most. Uberry Ultra. I was almost gonna say Grooviano, bro. Uberry Ultra. YEW. And then Barry Ultra.
Yeah, cool.
Or Evan Romo, man. You search up Evan Romo, you'll find me.
You'll find everything there.
Yeah.
Evan Romo, Groovy Shmokes,
Midnight Sessions,
MF Pearl. Go check it all out. It's dope stuff. Go check out their season finale. It'll probably be out by the time you're watching this episode. So, thanks, Sal, for doing the Jamie stuff in the back scenes. Yeah, boys. See you in the gym tomorrow for day 13.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Let's do it, baby.
Let's go.
Now, unless you guys go at 8 p.m.
Yeah, probably. I don't know what time I'm gonna go.
Peace.
All right, let's go. Peace.